What's up, fanboy? Oh, Didi. Oh, not Chipotle, bruh. You going to your nearest trash can? Cause, ugh, can't eat that bullshit. Didi, get up here. Didi, you said you wanted to smoke. I'm here. What's up? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Tony. Hello, Tony. Please tap the screen. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Maju. You're not gonna hold me high instead. Okay, they don't tap. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, then don't. Tony, I'm off today, man, so I got a little bit of time. My girl went to lunch with a couple of her friends, a little lunch date, so I'm just in the house chilling. I guess we are just gonna be sitting here with no taps, Tony. What's up, October? Hello, Izana. It is Superior March Pisces season. Please give us our respect. Man, I'm barely ever off these days, Tony. Sup, Izana. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. So what the hell's going on with y'all this afternoon? It is fucking cloudy as shit. Supposed to rain here for the next 6-7 days. No argument here. No fucking argument here. So what is going on? What's the mess? What's tea? What's new in your lives? October doxed your pet lizard yesterday. See, why are you always blaming October for something? Now, Zana, I'm just trying to give a space for people to fucking talk and do their bullshit. Cause I don't even know what to do with myself today. You're coming for October today? I'm sure she's scared. Hello, Cascade. How are you? Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. And before anybody says anything, my fucking background is not ableist. It's a joke. Hello, Cascade.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
wow. Hello, how are you? Hello, Aura. Aura, come up here right quick and sing to me.
Rio, you too calm. What's going on?
I have the day off.
What
I'm
the?
chilling. I'm
You know
literally,
what?
I said,
Now, when I pop up in your city, don't be this calm because I'm not gonna have no understanding. Okay?
that's okay. I will understand. I will understand that you will have no understanding.
Wow. So you're telling me that? Okay, you know what? All right, let me
No, you
drop
said you hadn't.
down.
You said you'll have no understanding. What's up, Reese? I'm just saying.
I
I
can't,
was just saying.
I can't believe
I.
you would think like this,
Oh
Rio.
Lord. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Aura. Aura. Come on. I need Aura to come up here and
You
please.
bald-headed pine saw impersonator.
Whatever. Mr. Clean retired. So after 75 years, apparently. Aura, come on up real quick. I need Aura to.
What's your royalties? Hey, Reese, what's the royalties that you get as a Mr. Clean knockoff? Let us know.
What type of roses do I get?
Royalties.
Shit, I don't get nothing.
Damn.
I don't get a damn thing.
Maybe you're not beige enough.
Oh, wow. Not beige enough is wild. So Cascade. Catch me up on the chaos shit.
What chaos shit?
The other day, like a day or two ago, they said she
Oh,
was
you
going
tried to
off.
address me. I just simply said, "Don't talk about me because I have you blocked." I don't get what the
Oh,
obsession
she was
is.
talking about you.
That was that, and then she had some other stuff to say about other people. I just addressed my portion.
What'd she say about you?
Apparently, there was a conversation about bi-erasure, and she said something about me. Not sure, but don't care. But I'm just saying, once I block
Oh,
you, it's because people love to place the whole community on my shoulders. I don't know why, but she said that I'm the bisexual representative, and I said no, I'm not. And I had to just tell her, no, I'm not. That's not fair of you to put that big old community on my little ass shoulders. So yeah, don't do that. Thank you.
that's a big responsibility.
It is, and I refuse to take it.
You know what? You should just say hashtag bisexual bystander. That'll clear your resume.
Bisexual bystander is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if people know what they do when they do that, and if they do know that, then they don't care. So I just have to revoke access. That's all I can do on my end. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I absolutely. Tony, come up here because I don't care if you're at fucking work or not.
Imagine somebody placing a whole community on you, and you just be like, okay.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm like, no, thank you. I can't do all that now.
Cascade, when somebody sends you a heart me, how do you see what their AI fucking thing is?
You click on the profile, and then it should say once you're by side the heart me, it should say AI Insights.
So let me go back to Izana.
But they have to have. But you say you have yours turned off. So if you have yours turned off, it's not going to work. You have to have yours turned on, and they have to have theirs turned on.
Oh,
What up? What up?
hello,
No,
Andrew.
we don't have to talk about no damn what's up.
Hello, Tony. So, Tony, you are a conservative man as well as Andrew. How do you feel about Jasmine Crockett losing the Senate, the Democratic Senate?
Disappearing with Zazzini.
Oh wow, Tony. No, Tony, give me your honest opinion instead of you dancing. Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
I can't talk right now. I can't talk.
Okay. So I'm assuming that.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like Jasmine Crockett, but it doesn't bother me that she didn't win. I don't care. Isn't the other guy kind of cool though?
Tallarico. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't know much about their policies. I really don't know much about what the hell happened. I'm just asking people who are so-called political.
I thought he was like kind of progressive-ish, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know too much about her. She's easy on the eyes. I know that, but I just know I don't know none of their policies. I'm asking the political pundits such as Tony and whoever else is into politics what they thought. I mean, a lot of people are upset that she lost. I mean, there's always a winner and loser in politics. Again, I don't know enough about her policies to be like, oh, she should have won or she should have lost. I'm just asking people for their insight so I can learn or maybe see why you have that line of thinking. Tony. Ghostface. I don't know who Ghostface is, but hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's October. Oh, Jesus. One of your fucking million profiles.
Hold
The
on, I'm
kid.
glitching because I don't know why I'm hearing music. Hold on.
y-
Wait, do y'all hear that?
Yes, I can hear his guitar playing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's so fucking weird. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
So no, Tony. I know as a conservative man, obviously, you're happy that that she is not well, actually, I don't understand why, because that was just the elected Democratic primary to run against whoever. I think it's Ted. I don't know who the fuck they're running against. But why are you like why are you happy it's not her? Like her in particular, is it because she's outspoken, or is it because what that she's is she another AOC to you, or
Feel
any?
like that she is not Jasmine's not like AOC, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought the other guy was more like AOC.
No, I'm talking about
Which is
go ahead. Go ahead.
which is crazy because it's like, is there any time people thought AOC was a good candidate? And how is she doing? How does she do well? Is it because she's like relatable? Like the girl that you went to school with that like she did okay,
I,
you
you
know?
know that may be it. She's also she's outspoken too, as is Jasmine Crockett. I mean, they draw. I would say they draw attentions to themselves. But okay, when I mean draw attention to themselves, and I don't want anybody to get this the wrong way. They draw them attentions to themselves in a good way because they're minority, very educated, very smart women.
Good
But
looking.
and they're yes, and they are attract. They both are attractive women. However, this country is still not ready for a woman to be in a position of power, let alone a woman of color. And that's my main thing of that. I think that's part of the reason, and also it's in fucking Texas, so it's a good old boy state. So they're definitely not ready for that. Again, I can't speak for her policies because I don't know it. I don't know too much about it. I'm not a political guy like that. That's why I'm asking some of the people who are into politics and who may know about her policies and who may know about how she is or not. So see, I want to hear it from both sides. I heard it from Tony. He's on the right. I want to hear somebody from the left about it. What they think about it. Obviously, whoever's on the left is probably going to be upset that she did not get elected for the primary. But as it goes, there's got to be a winner and a loser. So I know people out here are pissed off. A lot of people left leaning out here are really pissed off. I live in Dallas, and in Texas, as in most places, most rural areas are conservative, while most inner city or metropolitan areas are fucking on the left. So I don't know. Can we get somebody from the left up here?
You on the left though?
Not really. No, I'm not. I don't have a political affiliation. I'm more in the. I'm just like whatever's fucking. If it sounds good to me, cool. If it sounds stupid, then it sounds fucking stupid. You know. Like I will say this: I'm not a Trump supporter. Damn sure wasn't a Biden supporter. But when you know Trump he did some things for veterans, like as far as like the cost of living and fucking he upgraded the healthcare facilities and he did some shit for veterans. I was cool with that. I'm cool with that, right? But a lot of other shit that he did, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with a lot of shit he did. He did some good things. He did a lot more bad things, in my opinion. But I can't. I'm indifferent. I don't lean one way or the other. But Biden, I really didn't like Biden at all.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. Like, yeah, I like Trump a lot more than Biden, and I'm not really into politics. The only reason I like Trump more than Biden is because he's like present. You know what I'm saying? He's like he was more present than Biden. Like, we didn't even know where the fuck Biden was the last 6 months, which I thought was like unfair as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
What do you feel too?
I don't know. This is why I don't really get into politics like that. Like, because to me, the biggest gangs in America are the Democrats and the Republicans. I don't trust either one of them motherfuckers. And I
Yeah.
I don't listen. I've never really been into political science. I've never really been into none of that shit. Like, but I see things and I hear things and I have experience in life. And when you fucking try to sell me a can of fucking goods and I'm looking at it and it's just like I know it's a fucking pipe dream, I'm not gonna listen to you. But if I hear some shit and it makes sense to me, then yeah, I'll back it up. No, it doesn't matter who fucking says it. Trump, Biden, but that doesn't mean I'll fucking like them. I don't like either one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah. What do you think about like us going on a war?
It's
Are
fucking
you a
stupid.
fan of that, or you think it's stupid? Yeah, yeah.
I think it's fucking stupid. However, I don't give a fuck about Iran to begin with. So, listen, the only and again, from my experience and from being in the military, the only reason why we ever invade somebody or go to war with
It's for
somebody is
money, right?
because we want something out of it.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
want
it's
something out
money.
of it. Why the fuck we never had an issue with Venezuela, and all of a sudden Venezuela is number one in the world for fucking for oil. They have the most oil in the world in Venezuela, and all of a sudden, yeah, let's just fucking invade them.
Yeah. Well, we did get tons of oil from that, which is crazy because then they're like, "Oh, what are you gonna do with all the like barrels of oil that you got from?" If you watch that clip when they're asking Trump what they're gonna do with, before they even got done with the question, Trump was like, "We're keeping them. We're
Yeah,
keeping the oil." That shit was so funny to me, dude. Literally, they couldn't even get through the fucking whole question. Like, what are you gonna do with all the oil? You already compensated. He was already on it. He was like, "It's ours."
yeah, because you still look when you borrow without ever having the intention of giving it back, it's called stealing. We went over. Listen, in the history of my life, I'm 45 years old. Yeah, I have never, ever in my entire life heard the United States ever having some type of issue with Venezuela until it was discovered that Venezuela has more fucking oil than the entire Middle East. Then all of a sudden, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we got to depose this guy because he's a piece of shit, and we went in there and stole it. Same shit with Iran.
Well, I think, yeah. I think it was because I think the same thing. I think it's all the same thing. Like the reason we went into Venezuela is because China and Russia were already in Venezuela. Now that we're in there, they're fucking cooked. They can't get it. And it would be the same thing with Iran. The only difference with Iran is that like
Israel
this
hates
is
them.
not.
Israel hates them. That's what the
Yeah, but
difference
it's
is.
not even. I don't think it's possible for America and Israel to take over Iran without committing like ground troops. You'd have to do what we did in Iraq, which is like we would never be able to do that in Iran. It would be so
You
much
will
harder.
never, ever, ever, ever eradicate Iran. Iran is not going
If we do,
anywhere.
yeah, if
They're
we
not
do
going anywhere.
something like we did in Iraq, I would be so surprised. Like if we do put ground troops in there, because remember we did go into Iraq and like we kind of went in there pretty quickly, and like I remember watching it on TV. I was like, "There's nothing they really could have done
Are you
to
talking about
stop
Desert
us."
Storm? Are you talking about the one in the '90s when we
No,
were kids?
the after
Oh,
Desert
the one I
Storm.
was in. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
There's nothing they could have done to stop you guys from going in there. The problem is like once you guys are in there, it's like okay, like so we're just gonna lose like 100 soldiers a month trying to hold this spot down.
pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, with the U.S. military, you can lose 100 people. You got 10,000 just waiting to replace them. So 100 people ain't shit. 100
Yeah.
lives ain't worth it. Not for the grand, and not in this grand scheme of things. 100. That's just a means to an end. You lose 100 people, like, oh, okay, well, we're
Well,
still.
that would be good. That would be like a down, like, yeah, 100 people a month. I'm sure during Iraq we lost way more soldiers than that a month.
Yeah, but I'll tell you from
Right.
experience. I'll tell you from experience. Them motherfucking soldiers in Iraq, you really couldn't tell them apart because a lot of them didn't have fucking uniforms. Them motherfuckers was depleted when we got over there. So
It
yeah,
just kind of broke down
it
after a while.
wasn't much of a fight. It really wasn't much of a
But
fight.
they were still, yeah. Yeah, it really wasn't. That's crazy. But Iran would be different, though. It's so much bigger.
Iran is a lot bigger. Also, them motherfuckers don't care. Like,
But What, the Iranians? I
They don't
feel
give a fuck.
like
They will
they're
blow
more.
you. They'll blow themselves up just to fucking prove a point. They don't care. But a
That's
lot of
just
them,
like a select group of extremists. I think
right?
most Iranians. I feel like most Iranians are just like,
Iraqians.
what the fuck is? Yeah, they're just like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm gonna tell you
Like they
like
have no
this.
idea.
I'm gonna tell you like this. When in Iraq, you know you had the extremist people. They were like, oh yeah, the fucking Taliban and all that shit. That's 1% of like the 1% of people who act like that. And most people are just like us. They're just like we just want to live normal fucking lives. Everybody thinks everybody's a fucking terrorist over there. Why am I getting flagged? Okay, great. Anyway,
Probably that the war.
yeah, but still, I mean, it's just 1% of the 1%, man. That's a motherfuckers. I don't know, but Iran ain't going nowhere. They're not going no. We gonna be in there until we need to get what we want out of there. We'll take what we want out of there, and they'll be like, okay, well, you guys have a good day, and that's it.
I don't think Iran is going to give it. That's the issue, though, is that Iran's like not going to give us anything. Like we're going to have to, like you said, we're going to have to take it.
Which we will. I
Well,
mean,
just take it then. Like,
yeah, they can't.
what's the
Listen,
problem?
Yeah, but it's like, but like, did you see? Like, it's gonna be like, did you?
the,
I don't know. It's. I don't think it's gonna go as planned. I don't think it's. I think this is gonna be drawn out, and I don't think we're gonna get what we want. This
shit,
time.
shit.
I really don't.
I
This
think
time
we're
around,
already
like
getting what we
no,
want.
because eventually you have to think the Middle East is just putting their foot down. And then if you look at it, it's like we defended Kuwait in Desert Storm, and now Kuwait is what fucking helping out Iran. So it's like eventually, like we're not going to be able to bully the Middle East.
Well, I will say
We're just
this.
not going to be able to do it.
I will say this. Israel couldn't take Iran by themselves.
They would get torched.
Yeah,
If yeah.
no, they can't take
If we
Iran
were
by
like,
themselves.
okay, we're not supporting Israel, if America was like, we're not supporting Israel, like Israel would cease to exist.
No, Israel wouldn't even. In my opinion, Israel wouldn't even went into Iran.
I
Israel and
don't think
Palestine.
Israel. I think Israel's working on relationships with India, and India's like up and coming.
Well, I don't know because Israel and Palestine is two different things. You can run into Palestine, but Palestine, like, they don't have the capabilities that Iran has. Iran has nuclear capabilities. They have a standing army. I don't know how strong their navy is, but they're strong enough to defend themselves against Israel, but not with fucking us backing them up. They can't. They
Did
don't have a
you
chance.
see? There's a video of a building in Tel Aviv getting hit, and if you look at the missile that hit the building, there's nothing stopping it. The Iron Dome aren't stopping those missiles. That shit was hypersonic, like fucking crazy ass missile, dude. Did you see how fucking fast that shit hit that building?
Yeah,
Like, there's just it's crazy to think that Israel is gonna be okay through this.
I mean, as long as they got us backing them up, they'll be all right. I don't understand the relationship between the United States and Israel. I don't get it. I don't understand it. There's something there that's keeping us to be like, you know what? We're gonna keep fucking with you. There's some. I don't know. I don't know why the relationship with Israel and the United States is so tight. If you ask me, that whole Israel and Palestine thing, I still with Palestine because shit, they was trying to bully them out of that fucking territory. So I don't know. I don't know what the relationship with them is. That's
I think it's got a lot to do with religion.
got a lot to do with what?
I think it's got a lot to do with religion.
Oh, probably, yeah. Probably.
I mean, most Americans. Well, not I can't say most anymore, but a lot of Americans like don't want all that going on. Like, look at Dearborn. Look at how upset the people in Dearborn are over them just playing the prayer to call. What is it, 6 times a day at 5 in the morning over loudspeakers that are louder than the noise ordinance. Like, people get tickets in Dearborn for having their subs too loud, but they don't. But they're allowed to just. I mean, do you want that all over America? Do you want to wake up every morning to prayer to call.
It's
Like,
not
So
oh,
gonna
come on,
happen.
wait. So I got a question.
Eh,
In Dearborn, Michigan, is there a large Iranian population in Dearborn? Is that what, am I to understand that, or is it a large Muslim?
it's the biggest. Yeah, it's the biggest Muslim population in the United States.
Oh, in Dearborn, Michigan. Okay. How far is that from like Detroit?
It's its neighbor. They're in the same county. Like
Oh, okay.
Detroit is Wayne County, and Dearborn is also Wayne County.
So they're hearing a prayer to call 6 times. Well, obviously, I believe Muslims pray 6 times a day. But you hear that 6 times a day, like. So are the people like, are they trying to get that shut down, or are they trying to like stop them from doing that? Like, what is actually
I
happening over
don't
there?
personally care because it's kind of like Jen
People
says in
have
the comments.
tried to stop it, but it's been shut down. I mean, the government over there.
Wait, doesn't your town have church
Middle
bells
Eastern
though?
neighbor.
Anyway,
No,
y'all don't got church bells in your town?
nope.
Yeah, see, the town that I grew up in has a church. It would be the Roman Catholic Church, and then it would go off every fucking hour. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
But
but I
it's
mean,
just so that
Got
you
rid
know.
of that
That's so
because,
that you know what fucking time it is.
but a lot of people got rid of that because of noise ordinances.
mm. No, I think okay. So comparing a Roman church bell to a Muslim prayer to call, especially since 9/11, you can't compare the two. The people are not going to care about the church bells because a lot of people in this country are Catholic and they do believe in that. But when they hear something like the prayer to call, and due to the actions of like 9/11 and the wars we had in the Middle East and the Taliban and stuff like that, people are going to automatically think that's some type of call to action to rain terror on America, which is fucking stupid because that's not what it is. But that's how people think.
Yeah. I don't think most people would even understand it until they were told what it is.
But I mean, it's just a prayer. It's just a prayer to call, though. It's their prayer that they do 5 times a day. I mean, it's not a call to action. It's just them expressing their religious freedom. Would you agree?
But
Yeah,
your religious freedom shouldn't infringe upon my freedom for sleep.
Your freedom for sleep?
It's a call to prayer, not a prayer to call.
I'm sorry. Did I say prayer to call?
Multiple times. You keep saying
Okay. No, I appreciate it. Call to prayer.
it.
Thank you.
And we have to eradicate Islam from America. This
Why
is
is
what
that?
we gotta do.
we have to
Okay, wait.
It's
Hold
a
on.
it's a
Hold on. Okay, so Ligma, why do you say that?
it's a dangerous ideology.
Is it
It's
okay?
despicable.
So do you think? Okay, so and you're free to say what you feel. Do you feel that the entire everybody in that religion is like that, or just a very small portion that makes them look bad?
I didn't say the people, I said the ideology.
Okay, so you feel like people who are Muslim, that their ideology is flawed and evil and should not be.
The ideology is the problem.
Okay. Now, what in the ideology do you find that it's a problem?
So let me ask you a question. Are people radical, or is the ideology people believe in radical?
I would have to
I
say
mean,
that.
just,
Go ahead.
but like they're not.
Combination of both.
I live in a big Muslim population, right? And
I'm sorry.
they mind their own business and they just go about their day for the most part. Like, for the most part, they're fine people. Like, I'd say 99% of them are okay. Like, living around them and being around them.
Okay.
It's not like people say, oh, they're doing Sharia law, they're doing this, they're doing that. It's not nowhere near as extreme as it would be in the Middle East with like the Sharia law. Sure, they still have to cover their faces. Sure, they're still not allowed to talk to men. Sure, like certain things still happen, but that's not like the extremists. That's just like their
Yeah,
basic.
but Nick, but here's the thing. I kind of agree with Ligma because then all of a sudden you might have some Muslim dudes harassing women, which you do have in Europe, right? Who
So do
aren't
Catholic
even
people. Wait, everybody. Wait, all men. A lot of men from a lot of different fucking walks of
Yeah,
life.
Catholicism is a problem that should be
they don't
eradicated as well.
consider harassment real because what they're doing is saying, "Hey, you got to cover up because this is what you're supposed to do. Cover up."
Wait,
And
Okay,
it's
but
not
wait.
Hold
really
on. Let's be
that's
clear.
part of
Catholicism needs to be eradicated as well.
Okay, but Ligma, let's walk it back a little bit, Ligma, because
They're
I think.
not.
Hold
They're
on,
not
Nick,
like.
please, Nick, hold on 1 second, please, Nick. All right, so Ligma, well, I'm gonna go back to the question that I had asked you earlier, and then I'll answer your question first. Do I believe people are radical? I believe, and I will say this: I believe people are radical based on what they're believed in and what they're taught. But I need you to answer this question for me, since I answered your question. What part of Muslim ideology makes you feel that way?
Jihadism, Sharia law, the
Okay.
Quran. I
Okay.
can go on.
No, please do.
Yeah. There's the throughout the entire book of the Quran, it calls for violence, it calls for war, it calls for a do you know what a jihad is?
Yeah, a jihad is it's like a fatwa. It's like a fucking it's a war based on their beliefs, and like they must eradicate their enemy in order for their beliefs to hold true, or to
Yeah, it's a
to
holy
impose on
war.
other people. Yeah,
It's a holy war. Whether it's upon yourself or upon others or
right.
infidels, as they would say. It's a
Okay.
holy war. So it's a righteous war uh taken upon beliefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a Muslim who is struggling with belief, right,
Mm-hmm.
you would cast jihad upon yourself to fight the not the negative beliefs, right, and
Okay.
then upon others you would cast jihad upon them and convert. The foundation of Islam is conversion. Their entire philosophy is to convert the entire world
Okay.
to Islam,
Okay. So
whether
Ligma,
whether it's by force or not.
let me ask you this. So the jihad is no different from the Crusades, using your logic, then, correct?
Uh, I mean, the Bible doesn't call for crusades. The crusades was just an event.
A religious event.
Well, it was done under religious reasons. It's not a
So
religious event,
that's
right? So
but a
like,
jihad, that's the same thing. It's done under religious reasons. So why is it good for one and not good for the other?
no. A jihad is done for religion, right? The religion actually calls for jihad.
Hmm.
Christianity, there's not one piece of the Bible that calls for a crusade.
Are you a Christian?
No,
Do you mind me asking your religion? Your religion, if you do mind.
I do. I
You
do.
do mind. Okay, okay, that's fine. I can respect that. Okay, so let's just assume that you said the crusade is done for a religious purpose and the jihad is done under a religious purpose, right?
Correct.
Do you think you're just playing semantics with words to try to fucking demonize uh being a Muslim?
No. One is a requirement of religion. The
Mhm.
other is not. Right. So like the crusade wasn't a requirement. Jihad at times is.
But I mean, okay, if it even if it is a requirement or not a requirement, doing it under the guise or doing it for religion, isn't that just one and the same? That's interchangeable.
Well, no. It would be one thing. Like, I'll put it to you like this. What is that? Hold on. Sorry.
Well, I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
I got a
what
text
were we saying?
message.
What were we saying?
Yeah. No, I didn't say anything. I got a text message. So
Oh
it'd be
no.
like this. For example, there would be one. It would be one thing um, if I did something out of my own actions, right?
Mhm.
And then another thing because I said God told me to do this.
Okay.
Do you see
No,
the difference there? It's not a
no,
play on words. It's not a play on semantics. It's a difference in reasoning. One was done out of reaction. The other one was done because God told me to do it.
okay. So do you feel like people who like okay, we'll use Muslim for example since that's a topic apparently. Do you feel like if somebody who's Muslim and decides to declare a jihad on somebody because of their religion, because they feel like they're required to, does that make them a bad person because they're that devout in their religion?
No. I find the ideology to be bad, not the person. The person has done something bad, but the ideology is the reason they did something bad.
Okay, but I mean, you can be mad at the ideology, but when that action that you don't like because of the ideology happens, you're mad at that
All right,
person. You know what
For
I'm saying?
instance, here's an example, right? If we completely got rid of drugs, right, or rugs, however you want to say it on TikTok, if you completely got rid of it, would anybody be able to do them?
What if we completely got rid of drugs? Do you think anybody?
Yeah, completely got rid of them. Like in a hypothetical situation,
No, I mean
we got
hypothetically,
rid of
no.
them
If you eradicate something,
Okay.
you can't have it.
Yeah, right. So like rug users are only rug users because there are rugs.
Okay.
So there are only radical Muslims because Muslim or Islam is a thing.
What about the people who aren't radical? Do you think all Muslims?
So are you?
The majority, I would say, the majority of them are not radical.
No,
One
they're
of
not.
one of my best friends is Muslim. He stopped practicing for a while until his father passed, and then he started practicing again. But
Yeah.
like, he don't hate white people. He don't hate me because I'm a Christian. Like, we get along. We're good friends. Like we're very good friends, and like he's not radical. He doesn't think of me as an infidel. You know what I mean?
So Ligma, I mean, if you're 1% of 1% radical, then I mean you're taking it out on billions and billions and billions of people who don't do that, who aren't radical.
I'm not taking it out on anybody. I'm taking it out on an ideology.
Okay, but what? Hold on, Spiff. I got you, brother. But what I'm not understanding is, okay, just say I'm a practicing Muslim and I declare jihad on you, right? And I come after you, and you take me out. You're not taking out the ideology. You're taking me out. You have a problem with me because I'm coming after you.
I never. Wait. What was the first thing I said when I came up here?
I don't know. You've said a lot. Can you reiterate?
I never said anything about taking people out. I said we need to eradicate Islam, right? Islam is an ideology.
Okay.
I never said about get rid of people. I also said get rid of Catholicism.
I know,
these
but
are
I'm
ideologies.
I'm giving you a hypothetical. If I come after you in the name of jihad, and you take me out, you're not taking out my ideology. You're taking me out.
Well, no, that would be
Are you
self-defense.
saying
If you're coming
Are
at
you
me,
saying we need to get rid of them in America, or we need to get rid of them in the world?
No, I never think you just need to leave them the fuck alone. If people
Who
have
is
not
them?
them.
no,
Who
wait,
is
wait,
them?
wait, hold on, y'all, hold on.
Who is them?
People have the right. People have the right to believe in believe they want, and whatever type of ideology they want, or however they want to interpret how their religious book is telling them to act. They have the right to do that. You also have the right to not want it around. You also have the right to not like it. But to put a blanket over the entire fucking religion based on the actions of a very, very small percentage of the people, that's irresponsible to me.
Hold on, Rio.
Yes?
I think you're missing what I'm saying. I never said anything about the actions of people. I said the ideology itself is dangerous. I said the ideology in the book itself is dangerous, right?
What's the two types?
Hold on,
Do you even know what? But do you know the two types of Muslims? What is the two types of Muslims?
There's Sharia, and then there's I can never remember the other one.
Sunni?
Don't help.
Yeah,
Don't help.
Sunni.
Don't help them.
Yeah.
Okay, and what percentage of the what percentage of most people practice Sunni?
I don't care. I don't care about who practices.
But you should, if you're wanting to eradicate it, you should care about these things.
The ideology.
This is like basic things
what
you
is
should know. Even if you should know about the ideology, if they both fall under the same umbrella.
Spiff, you're asking me about the people. I don't care about the people.
Yeah, they fall under the ideology. They fall under the ideology.
If we got rid of the ideology, would these people have this ideology?
Not all of them have that.
If you get rid of any ideology, people won't have an ideology. What the fuck are you talking about?
But not okay. You can't.
Yeah.
So we can't say Ligma, you can't say that because just say me and Spiff are Muslims, right? And he has a radical ideology, and I have an ideology of peace because the Quran doesn't call for war. If we have two different ideologies, no, it does not.
That's where you're lying. Yes, it does.
Where does it call for war?
Where does jihad come from? It comes from the Quran.
Oh, and again, what did I tell you earlier about the Quran?
Jihad is a holy war.
It doesn't call for. It doesn't encourage war.
Yes, it does.
It's
No.
like last
Yes, it
resort of a
does. The entire
self-defense.
first portion
Yes.
is him being a warlord. What are you talking
It's,
about?
I'm
And
literally
God
looking at
doesn't
it, dude. What are
and
you
God
talking
doesn't
about?
smite people
What
in
are
the
you
Bible.
talking about?
Wait. And God doesn't smite people in the Bible.
Did I not say get rid of the Catholicism?
But what about Christianity?
You can't
Christianity
just
calls
get rid
for
of.
war.
You can't just get rid of people's religions. You can't get rid
Yes,
of
you
what
can.
people
Yes, you
believe.
can. Yes,
No,
you
I
can.
think the
You
problem
100% can.
is
Encroaching upon my
You
freedom.
100% can.
no, Nick.
You
I
can.
think you know what I think the problem is. I just
What
think
freedom?
I just don't think he likes Muslim people. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it
What are
is because
Muslim
every
people?
every
What are
book
You
of
Muslim
don't
any
like
people?
type
people who are Muslim.
Wait, what are
literally
Muslim
probably the
people?
only book that doesn't
Get rid of
include some
something
type
else
of
next. Like that's the
the
Wait,
problem.
what
only
are
It's
book
Muslim
like
that
people?
doesn't include any type of like war or anything is like if we're talking about
What are Muslim people?
Buddhism or something like
Yeah,
that. But
what are
like
Muslim
even
people?
in
I'm
Christianity, it
sorry. Hold
called
on,
for war. So like I don't even know what are you
Spiff.
talking
Hold
about?
on a second. Spiff, hold on a second. Muslim people. Okay, so now I misspoke. So now you're trying to make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm proving a point. What are Muslim people?
People who practice Islam.
Islam,
That's what I
thank
meant
you.
to
So I
say.
don't like Islam. So if it's just
How don't you
Muslims
don't like
that I have
But
an
why
issue
didn't you
with, it's
wait? Why didn't you
obviously
lead
the
with that?
ideology.
Why didn't you lead with that though? You didn't lead with that.
I
You said
did.
you don't like.
I did
You don't
lead
like
with that.
No, you said you don't like the ideology of Muslims. You never said Islam until now.
The first thing I said when I got up here was eradicate Islam.
No, you
How
did
That is the
not.
very first thing I said when
How
I
you
got up
gonna
here. Yes, it
eradicate one of the
is.
top, like
Hello, infidels.
how are you gonna eradicate?
Hey, what up, dog?
Oh my god, that don't even make no
Quack.
sense. Like that's just
I want
bigotry,
to
How's it?
bro.
I'm
That's
just
like
Hell
okay,
yeah.
if they went around saying they want to eradicate Christianity, would you have the same belief? You think they can argue that they can get rid of a religion? I mean,
Nobody's
ideology.
arguing
Yeah, they
to
probably
outlaw an
can.
Okay,
ideology.
so you would say that's okay?
Yeah, outlaw
Wait,
an ideology.
You would say that's
Yeah,
okay
You're saying
for them to go
outlaw an
around?
ideology is
Okay,
Ligma.
great.
You're
Yeah, outlaw
on
an
the right
ideology.
saying outlaw an okay.
Yeah,
Ideology. That's the first thing I said when I
pretty
came up
bad.
here.
Are you a Christian?
Eradicate
So
Islam.
you
Are you a Christian?
want to eradicate somebody's idea.
Yeah,
wanna
the
eradicate-
idea of Islam.
You want to
Are you a
eradicate
Christian?
a
Get rid of
thinking
that
process, a thought process. You
No,
can't
no.
eradicate a thought process.
The beliefs of Islam is the problem.
Are you a Christian?
I asked him that. He
No.
won't say what he is.
Are you a Christian?
No,
Are you a pagan Nordic? You practice the Nordic shit? The Nordic shit?
no.
What are you then? Do you believe in a higher
It's
power?
none of your business.
Do you believe in a
business.
hold on? Do you believe
That's none of your
Andrew?
business.
Hold on. Do you believe in a higher power?
That's none of your
Do
business.
you believe in a higher power?
That's none of your business.
It's not so
Okay,
so
well,
you don't believe in a
basically,
higher
what's
power?
It's none of your business.
So you don't believe so you do
Am I
or
talking
you
about
don't
me
believe in
up
a-
here?
I'm
Am I talking
asking
about
you.
me? No.
I'm asking you.
Am I talking
do
about
you follow
you?
do
No.
you follow what your book practices you and teaches you to do?
It's none of your business.
Do you
what
follow
I
that? Do you follow that?
It's none of your business, Spiff.
I don't think you do.
Okay, but
I think it's no, but I think it's fine if he
follows it.
wants to be disingenuous in the conversation itself. I am wondering, how is it that you yourself, what is in your idea? How do you eradicate Islam?
You outlaw it. You ban for anyone from openly
That doesn't
practicing.
work.
So do you?
outlaw the ideology.
You don't believe in constitutional rights, the ones that we have set in place?
No,
But
I would change the
it wouldn't even
constitution.
work though, Ligma. It wouldn't work. You're saying outlaw an ideology. If they outlawed
Yes.
your ideology, would you stop practicing it? So let's say you have your set ideology.
Right. Thank you for
right?
adding
All of a
nothing to the
sudden,
conversation, Andrew.
You
Ligma,
if you
so
outlaw
this
an
applies
ideology,
this
what
applies
you're gonna
to
do-
this applies to
what you're
every
gonna
religion
do
you're
is
saying?
create more radicals. That's
Right,
exactly
okay.
what you're
Thank
gonna
you.
do.
So Ligma, you want, like, this is not just Islam, right? I'm just trying to make your points clear. This is all religion.
No,
Right.
I would say this would be any ideology that has openly caused harm.
So wait.
Catholicism.
Every ideology.
we know.
didn't-
Hold on.
No, not.
Wait,
not
hold on.
every ideology
Wait.
has harm.
Hold on. Everybody just stop for a second, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do want to address something in the comments right quick and get back to it. Belinda asks a good question, has a good point here. Ligma, you can speak on others' religious beliefs, but you don't want to tell us what you believe.
Absolutely. Because I'm not
Started
talking
with
about
him being
anybody.
disingenuous. It's whatever.
I'm not talking about anyone specifically up here. So why would I talk about specifically myself?
Because basically what she's saying is that you have the freedom, or you have You have the gall to
I
speak
don't
on.
have the
What?
freedom. You
Hold
can
on, I didn't
you
finish my
cannot
sentence.
allow me to do
I
this.
didn't finish my sentence. I said that you have the freedom, or you have, and you won't tell us what your own beliefs are. That's what she's saying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand what she's saying. So I don't
Mhm.
have the freedom. You're allowing me to do this because you could get me at any time.
So you
Also, I'm
believe
not
it?
talking about
You
anybody. So hold on, Spiff. Hold on, Spiff. So I'm not talking about anybody specifically up here. So why would I talk specifically about
because I'm
myself?
trying to understand your point. Because if your
I'm
point is
having a
you should ban,
generalized statement.
generalizing the
Just
point.
ask me the right question. What
Bro.
is it about
He
the
has an echo. All right, you got an echo. So if you said you should ban every religion that causes harm, is that correct?
No, ideologies.
Every
Ideologies. Like
ideology that causes harm, then
if we have
every
well, hold on,
ideology
let
would
me
be
answer
banned.
your
There would
question.
not be any ideologies then.
So all ideologies cause harm?
Yes, every we
All
can
of
go through
them?
everyone. Everyone has participated in some type of conflict or
Some
war or
claims
warmongering.
and have,
Correct.
yes.
So
No,
what
I
do you
don't.
want to?
I
So
would disagree with that. I would
you
disagree
can't
that
show
every
me a point where
ideology
you
has caused
disagree.
harm.
Show me a situation that disagrees.
Yeah, so I don't think the ideology of entrepreneurship causes harm,
All right, bro.
right?
Kick this
Okay.
nigga, bro. Kick
So
him. Kick him.
you don't believe that the ideology of entrepreneurism contributes to what would be considered poverty in our class systems, like at all? You don't think it?
I think poverty is stems from a different system or ideology.
So
What?
you don't think
Which
entrepreneurship
ideology?
leads
So like
to
capital, you could contribute poverty to an economic system, right? But like you could have entrepreneurship without an
what
economic
does
system. The
entrepreneur do? What does that?
entrepreneurship is just the invention of something.
That is not what entrepreneurship is.
Then
It's
what's entrepreneurship?
That's stupid. No, that's not what
What's
entrepreneurship
entrepreneurship
is.
then? Then what
That's
is it?
not that
When
definition.
you
Your
guys
Then
are
what
done,
is
definition
it?
of just
I do
admitting
have a
something is
question.
not
Then what's
entrepreneurship.
entrepreneurship?
All
Be
right.
starting
What
a business
entrepreneur?
like
Entrepreneurship is, let's see here, the creation or extraction of economic value by identifying, commercializing
Okay, all right, that's fine. I
opportunities to
was wrong.
develop
Maybe
products
I
or
had the wrong
services.
understanding of entrepreneurship.
A process
I just said I
of
was wrong.
creating,
Damn.
launching, or managing to generate profit or to generate profit. Entrepreneurship is literally harmful. Slavery was
I
entrepreneurship.
understand. I understand. I just said I
All
was
those
wrong.
things.
Like, can you accept that?
Okay,
Can
so
you
give me
accept I said I
another
was
I
give me
wrong?
another ideology
I
then.
was literally
Give me a
linking entrepreneurship just to the invention of things. So
I
I was wrong.
okay,
have a
but
question.
you can't take something out of a definition. Sorry, go ahead. Good boy.
Please go ahead, femboy. Go
Wait,
ahead.
I literally just said I was wrong. Holy shit. Damn,
Okay.
Spiff. How many times you want me to say it
All
for
right,
you to say
Ligma,
okay?
Ligma.
Okay, give me
Wait, wait,
another
wait.
example. Give me
Okay,
another
hold
example
on,
of
hold on,
ideology
hold
that
on,
doesn't.
hold on,
Hold
hold
on,
on.
someone's
Everybody, stop,
talking.
stop,
Damn.
stop, 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 stop. Go ahead, femboy, please.
I think it's best that they finish whatever ideas that they're going through because this is like calling back another thing that I asked. So
Oh, okay. All right. Continue on, Spiff, Ligma.
No, I just wanted him to. Sorry about that, Femboy. I just wanted him to name some type of ideology that doesn't perpetuate harm. And no matter what he's going to, is always going to be one. In this world, you cannot make an argument with, and like that's not an argument you can make.
But even if you were linking it to inventions, right? Somebody invented the nuclear bomb.
Someone
Somebody
muted me. That's fine.
invented the submachine gun. Like even that wouldn't be logical.
Correct. So his and then his
Sorry, what
specific
do you
points
say?
of
I
wanting
wasn't
to
listening.
ban or get
What do
rid
you
of
say?
the ideology of Islam, the second largest religion in the world, behind Christianity, basically because it's harmful, it is not a good point when Christianity is harmful and I'm a Christian. It can be harmful
No,
when it's
so I would
used
say
to perpetuate
so to
violence
be more
across the world.
specific, Spiff, I would say if the foundation of the ideology is harmful, it shouldn't be a thing.
What at the
Right?
foundation? What you mean the foundations of
I
the
would
issue is
the
harmful?
foundation of Islam of
What is the
yeah, the
foundation of
foundation
Islam?
of is yeah, so you could go the Quran would be the foundation. The
No,
Quran
no.
calls for holy wars, it calls for
it
the
doesn't.
eradication of infidels.
It
Yes,
doesn't.
it does.
It
Yes, it
doesn't.
Well,
does.
It doesn't.
meanwhile,
No,
Yes, it
The
does.
Bible, God is calling
The
for smiting people.
hold on, please.
yeah,
I
So
said to get rid
God
of
in the Bible is
Catholicism. What
calling.
more do you want? Damn.
So then,
so
what is to survive? What religion is to survive at that point, or ideology is to survive at that point, based off your argument?
You said what?
What ideology is to survive based on your based on your argument?
I feel Like there's other Christian beliefs that would survive. There's pagan ideologies that would survive.
Pagan was harmful too. Paganism was harmful.
Pagan in general.
Paganism was
What was
harmful
no
too as well.
was the foundation of their beliefs harmful?
Of paganism?
Yeah, which one?
Let's ask.
Because I mean, you can't just say paganism in general because paganism is a version of a belief system.
So how do you feel
So
about
it's just
how do you feel about Judaism? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Judaism?
About Judaism?
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't know much about Judaism, to be honest with you.
So their ideology be wiped off?
I feel like Judaism is more
though.
like the Masons.
Oh, so
kinda
so
secretive.
you're telling me in the Torah they're not calling for war either?
I've never read the Torah.
You've never read the Quran either, obviously.
I have. What are you talking about?
Oh, you know how to read,
You would know they're not calling for
language?
war.
It does call for war. What are you talking about?
it
The
does
entire
not.
first portion of the Quran is him being a warlord. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
and the whole
Nation did you read?
Testament
I
calls
think
the
that's the
Lord,
better question.
the God being some wrath person that's like damning everyone. What are you talking about?
Say what?
God does the same thing in the Bible.
God does the same thing in the Bible.
Yeah, I never said the Bible was good.
But no, you said Catholicism should be erased. Do you realize that Christians, Episcopalians, and all other types of offshoots of religion use the Bible as well? They just interpret it differently.
Well, no, I would say Catholicism leans more towards the first part of the first few books of the Bible, like
And Christianity
Levitical law and
doesn't?
shit like that.
Christianity doesn't?
Most Christian beliefs focus on the damn.
Don't say New Testament.
I can't. New Testament. Thank you. Holy shit.
No.
Yeah. So I would say Catholicism focuses on Old Testament. Other Christian versions focus on the New Testament.
Not necessarily true.
No. Why do you say not necessarily
Not
true? And just
necessarily
not true.
Majority
It's
of it,
almost 100%
majority of evangelical Christians or non-denominational churches or whatnot, they still lean to Old Testament passages. Yes, they look at the New Testament as a way to spread the gospel. They still use the Old
I'm almost
Testament as a
positive
base.
Catholicism focuses on the Old Testament. Hold on.
But I'm
All right,
talking about
Femboy,
just in
please go
Christianity
ahead.
in general.
I don't to say that you've read the Quran and then to say that the whole first part of the Quran, it just because of that man is a warlord, therefore it's calling for a war, a holy war in your like that you're misrepresenting what is being said.
Isn't Satan considered a warlord too? And he's all over the Bible? Like all over that motherfucker? But I just don't understand why he's saying
like no one's
What did you just say?
saying no to say that he is calling for a holy war for just to be like because he wants to kill all non-believers is incorrect. It's disingenuous. You are misquoting what is inside like the Quran. You're not contextualizing it properly because you're giving this idea as if the Quran gives all people that follow Islam the unmitigated permission to start a war just to start a war because people do not believe in Islam.
Is it not the Islamic belief to convert?
It is. Yes. It is. No, you're not wrong.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, it is.
So they're not. You're not wrong. I didn't say that.
Okay. So
what I'm saying. Is,
I understand you didn't say that, but what is their form of conversion?
It is not war. It is not war.
Yeah, but if their end goal is to have the entire world under the belief of Islam, how are you going to do that with people that don't want to?
It is exact. It is. Guess what? I can tell you. Mm-hmm. It's to spread the word of their God. They are to take the message that they're receiving from their God and give it to all non-believers of Islam.
Can we
okay, and what about the people that don't want to
real
accept
quick,
it?
Okay, so real quick. Can we please, mutuals or everybody watching, can we please share the live to somebody who practices Islam, please? Who's a practicing Muslim, so they can come up here and they can
be Ramadan, dog. Is it still Ramadan?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone.
Yeah,
I don't
probably
know if
not gonna
they.
get too many
Yeah,
people
they
left.
probably won't
Okay.
get to us now.
Misha, you mind coming up here?
Why? They still go to work and everything, Smith. They just aren't allowed to
No,
even
I mean
drink
some people. It
Strawberry?
depends on
Yeah,
what they
please send a live to
practice.
Strawberry, please.
Some of them may come on social media during the daytime. Some of them may not. Usually, they use the day like that time is prayer. So I don't know.
Okay, so Misha is coming up. Okay, Misha is coming up here. She will get. Hold on, y'all. Damn, Misha is coming up here.
Yes, Rio. What do you want?
Could you please bounce your ideas or bounce your knowledge of the Muslim faith off of Ligma? I know you have experience in this, but you can tell your own story. My minuscule friend.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I grew up in the Methodist, like my grandfather is a Methodist minister, but I also went to Catholic school for the first 8 years of my life. And I also was a practicing Muslim when I was younger. Yes, my father, who was a practicing Muslim, actually told me, hey, I want you to go to a Catholic school. So I have a little bit of knowledge about it all. Now, what I will say is Catholicism does not, that is like, it follows the New Testament. It does not follow the Old Testament at all, because if that was the case, and Catholicism and Christianity as a whole, whether you're Lutheran, whether you're Methodist, whether whatever, because if that was the case, then Christians would not eat pork. Um, and they do, right? Because that's in like Leviticus and all of that. So, and they eat shellfish and all of that. So they don't subscribe to the Old Testament. Absolutely not. They subscribe to the New Testament. Now, what do we want to talk about with Islam?
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So are you telling me that Catholicism doesn't utilize rituals from the Old Covenant?
It does, but it doesn't follow it
Thank
as
you.
much.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't follow it as much. No, it does not, because
Oh
they
my
will say, if you talk to most priests and pastors, they will say, "Oh, we follow the new doctrine. We do not follow the old doctrine." But however, it is hypocritical because they'll pull certain things out of it. But for the most part, they follow the New Testament.
So are you telling me that Catholicism doesn't follow Levitical law?
No, because if in Leviticus it says,
what?
Thou shalt not eat pork, thou shalt not eat shellfish. It's right there.
Where
in Leviticus.
does it say that?
Absolutely, in Leviticus.
Which verse?
Go look it up.
Which verse?
I'm at work right now, so I can't do
Okay.
labor for
all right,
you.
give me a second.
But go look it up.
So Misha, the other
your fingers, get out of here.
Hold on, shut up. The real reason Misha came up here, he says he wants the ideology of Islam to be eradicated, and he also said that the Quran, the Holy Quran, the first part of the book, that he's a warlord, and that the entire book calls for war, which I know to be. Yeah, exactly.
That's not true. Islam means peace in Arabic, so that's definitely not true.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again for the people in the back?
Islam literally translates into peace, so that's definitely not true.
Oh, Islam itself may. Okay, so who is Levitical law telling not to eat pork?
It's telling the followers to not eat pork.
Negative.
What are we talking about?
It's telling the Israelites. It's telling the Israelites not to eat pork.
Okay, and Israelites are who?
You're not Jews.
They're followers of Christ, correct? Or incorrect?
No, Israelites are the Jews.
Correct or incorrect?
No. Israelites are Jews. Gentiles would be anybody else that's not Jew. So you as a Catholic would not fall under not eating pork. You would be a Gentile.
Okay, I mean you can wiggle around that, but again, if
there's no wiggle around that. Levitical law.
If you
Catholicism literally follows
Levitical law. I am speaking. If you say that you are a follower of the Bible, you would not eat pork or not eat shellfish, correct?
If you were an Israelite,
they follow that law.
It depends, because the New Testament.
If you were an Israelite.
Okay, so now we're picking and choosing.
No, that is what
it's
Levitical
in the same
law
book.
says.
So if I say, hold on. So if I believe.
So you're just going to ignore that it says Israelites.
So if I believe in this book to the T, if I say I believe in Islam to the T, or if I say I believe in Judaism to the T, I'm going to believe everything in that book. Christianity is being a follower of Christ. The Bible is a part of Christianity. So if it says you don't eat pork, you don't. It also says that slavery is okay. So
It says Israelites don't eat pork. If you're a Jew and you follow it to a T, you don't eat pork. If you're a Gentile, which would be anybody that's not a Jew, you can eat pork according to Levitical law.
okay, well, it also tells you to wear fringes on your clothes or not mix fabrics. So are we supposed to not do that too?
Yeah, I would say there's
Christians?
a lot of hypocritical people. It also says don't practice Christmas because that's a pagan tradition.
I would agree with that. Listen, you're not going to get any argument out of me because I'm not religious at all.
But I am getting argument because Catholicism literally follows Old Testament, other versions of Christianity.
Follow Old Testament.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
It literally practices
for the most
old
part,
rituals
it follows
from Old
the New Testament. And if you talk to a pastor, they're going to say that they follow the New Testament, and then they're going to be hypocritical and pull some things from the Old Testament. But for the most part, they believe in the New Testament.
All right, let me ask you a question. If I went to a pastor for let's say Baptist, and I went to a father from Catholicism or Catholic, and I said, would you go? Do you practice New Testament or Old Testament? Which one's going to say more New Testament than Old Testament?
What?
Most of them will tell you that they practice the New Testament because the New Testament is the part of Jesus.
Like,
if
we have to be honest in these conversations.
If you are a follower of Jesus, then you don't technically believe in the Old Testament, and they'll say that was the old law and that was the old this and that was the old that. But again, like I said, they pick and choose. Again, I'm not a follower of Christianity, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
most of the
telling
time.
you how the hypocrisy is. For the most part, they believe in the New Testament.
Yeah,
Every
they said
once in a while,
the
they'll
New
cherry pick in the Old
Testament.
Testament.
The New Testament is a fulfillment of the Old Testament. That's what they will tell you. But they still use the Old Testament as a base and still in practice the New Testament. That's correct.
Right,
Yeah,
and it depends on who you talk to, because a Methodist will tell you different than a Christian. A Methodist will tell you different than a Baptist. A Baptist will tell you differently
Baptists
than
don't
a
practice
Catholic.
Old Testament
They'll
at
all
all.
tell you different things depending on what sect they're from.
Baptists don't practice Old Testament.
Okay, Baptist. Once again, the New Testament is the fulfillment of the Old Testament. So therefore, they do still use the Old Testament as a base and still practice the New Testament. Like I don't know how to explain this.
Okay. So maybe. Okay. So when I refer to using the Old Testament, I'm talking about Levitical law. Baptists don't practice Levitical law. Catholics do.
Catholics, they do, but all right.
This
Yeah,
is what
do,
I'm
but they
referring
don't.
to.
They
do, but they
choose
don't.
everything.
They pick and choose. They pick things
Exactly.
that applies. Like I don't know what to tell you. Do you want them not to use any
All right.
law? Is that what you want them to do?
Okay, let's get back to the original statement about how you think their ideology should be eradicated.
Yeah, it should be gone. Fucking lock that shit up.
My question.
You know
is,
what's funny though?
Sorry, go ahead, fanboy. Go ahead, fanboy. Please.
So I had asked you earlier how you would go about getting rid of these ideologies. You said outlawing them. How would you go about outlawing them? So is this no practice publicly, only privately?
Well, yeah, what you do in your own home is up to you. It shouldn't be.
Okay.
They shouldn't be practiced publicly.
And you believe this is what, worldwide or like in America? I'm just trying to gauge what kind of scope you're putting this on.
I didn't hear your question.
In America, or is this like worldwide?
Worldwide.
That's
because we can see all
crazy.
the problems happening in the Middle East. The Middle East is literally the core of our problems. Is this
Who was our problems?
the world?
No,
Did you
not
did you
necessarily
have
true.
did you have these feelings before 9/11 or no?
Well, I mean, I was young during.
Did you have these feelings?
Is a yes or no answer?
I guess no, because I didn't even know about all this shit.
Right, so you're only going by
happened.
what you see and what fucking ignorant people
No,
around you are
by
saying.
What I read. Go by what I read.
Did you have that feeling when Did you have that feeling when
9-5 say?
Did you have that feeling when you found out the Protestant Christians went over and basically destroyed all your ancestors?
Yeah.
Then it changed.
that was
Now
very
you don't care
problematic
about
for
no
me.
more. Yeah, that's why I call you a hypocrite.
What?
You don't care about.
Wait, so So
I literally
one
said to
thing,
get rid of Catholicism. What are you
But
right?
talking
I'm
But
about?
saying, but you're
one thing
saying
I
that
would like to ask, one thing I would like to ask about this being that, so your justification for getting rid of Islam is because um, the Middle East is majority of the world's problems today. How does that relate to
No,
you also
I've
having
already
the?
said multiple times where this comes from.
Okay,
The
so we're
foundation of Islam is problematic.
in
it's
what way other
not.
than in
Can
what way
I ask
other
you a
than
question,
saying that
Ligma?
in what way other than saying that it calls for a war, which it does not.
It's forced conversion. What do you? All right, what does 9:5
No,
say? What does
no,
9
it does
Surah
not.
9:5 say?
It does not. You tell me. You're the one that brought it.
Hold on, I'll put it on the screen for you. Wait, I think I already.
I don't know, man. I'm just. When he says the Middle East, I'm
Yeah,
assuming he thinks
I don't see a
I'm
single
assuming he
word.
thinks everybody in the
Please,
Middle
no,
East
no,
is
no.
Muslim.
Please expand him
No,
so we
no,
can see
I
this
would.
Google AI
I don't see
overview.
Yeah, I got you.
a single post anything about
Yeah,
forced
yeah.
conversion.
Am I seeing a Google overview right now? An
Well,
AI
yeah, I don't want
overview?
to bring up the
Okay,
whole
all right.
freaking verse.
No, so
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is where my problems happen when people want to have certain debates on certain
Virgin
topics.
treaty.
If you're not going to actually bring like a credible source, like something
Okay,
from
all right,
said
fine,
Quran,
fine. I'll go. Fine, I'll go get it. I'll
right?
go get
Okay,
it.
thank you.
So
Okay.
my thing was when he was saying that the Middle East is all the problems. I was assuming he thinks everybody in the Middle East is Muslim.
Yeah, he is. I guess because even though there's, yeah, I guess he is
Does he
saying
not know
that.
what? Does he not know what Chaldeans are from Iraq? He doesn't know what they are because they're not Muslim. They're Christians.
No, don't do that because Islam or Israel would be in the Middle East as well. Thank you very much.
I'm just going by
Okay.
what you said. You said everything in the Middle East problem. You correlated it back to being Muslim.
No, you assumed I was
What
talking
else
about
can
all
I
of
assume
Muslim.
if that's what you
Israel's an
say?
issue.
You said a whole area.
Israel's an issue. What are you
You said the
talking about?
entire
It's
Middle
nonsense.
East.
You said
You
entire
literally
Middle
said
East.
you said the entire Middle East.
Would include Israel, would it not?
You didn't. But you said the entire Middle East is the problem, and you tied it back to being
It would
Muslim.
include Israel, would it not?
But you tied it back to being Muslim, though.
No,
Israel
I said
does
the Middle
not
East is
practice
a problem.
Islam. Israel does not practice Islam. You were tying this to
Correct.
Islam.
I
So that
said
would
the
not
Middle East
include
is most of our
Israel.
problems. I
It
said
would
the
not,
Middle East
by
is
what
most of
you
our
said,
problems.
it would
Nick,
not
Nick,
include
don't come up here trying
Israel.
to act like you know how to debate now.
I do
Middle
I'm
because
just
what
East
is
saying,
is part of the
what
our?
you
What
problem,
are
is the
which
word
would
saying
our
include
doesn't
problems?
make
Who is
Israel.
our?
sense.
Who is our problems? Who is
Doesn't make
our? Who's
sense.
our?
I already said that.
Who's
Globally,
our?
Middle East is a problem.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's really realistically, it's not. I think this is just
What?
dumbass fucking global politics that you don't know about.
Can I ask you a question, Ligma?
Middle
Please,
East is
Misha.
only an issue because the U.S. and other countries want their fucking resources. Duh, fucking idiot.
Or anybody on the panel. So
Sure.
hypothetically, right? If a founding father, like, Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Paine, Alexander Hamilton, whatever, if any of them said, they believed in the freedom of religion, correct? So if any of them said, hey, people that follow Islam should be in this country, number one, and number two, one of them, maybe more of them, have read the Quran. Would you say that it was a harmful ideology, and would you use some of their words anymore? Just a thought. I'm just trying to test your logic.
I didn't understand your question at all. Whose words have I used?
No, I'm just asking a question. So say if, for hypothetical, if one of the founding fathers used some words out of the Quran, or has read the Quran, or so, would you change your mind about how you feel about Islam?
No, I think a lot of our
He
founding
wasn't
fathers are
care because
problematic.
Misha, he still came himself because the founding father or the founding people of America allowed his fucking shitty ass religion to come over here too. So he's happy as well.
Yeah, because what
Yeah.
I will say is
Yeah, I
Thomas
would find most of
Jefferson.
the founding fathers problematic.
Yeah,
So
they
the
were
reason
deists.
why I say this is Thomas Jefferson did own a Quran, and Thomas Jefferson actually, the freedom for religion, he actually said that the Mohammeds, which would be Muslims at that time, have a right to be here in this country.
Okay,
So yeah.
What does that matter?
Anyways,
What
go
it
pull up.
matters
Can you
is
give him the
because
big
he's your
screen?
founding father, is he not?
I don't care what. A lot of them were problematic. You must not have been up here when I said I would change a lot of the Constitution.
Okay,
You think I agree
so
with everything they said?
What part of the
I'm not saying
Constitution would
that
you
you are.
change?
I'm testing your logic.
Can you get him the big screen?
Yeah, my logic's consistent.
Yeah, I
I don't
got you.
care
I
what the
got you.
founding fathers
Your
said.
logic is not consistent.
Yes, it is.
It's not. But go ahead.
Yeah, so this is what 9.5 says. But once the sacred months have passed, kill the polytheists who violated their
Violated
treaties.
their
Whenever
Wait,
you
hold on.
find
Let
them,
him
hold on,
read it. Let him read it. Let him read it.
hold
please.
on, finish. Capture them, besiege them, and lie in wait for them in every way. But if they repent, perform prayers, and pay alms tax, then set them free. Indeed, Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. So besiege them unless they convert and make prayers, then we'll let them free.
No,
So
No, it sounds like
that's not
forced
what it
conversion.
says.
You're
Sounds like
taking a
forced
completely
conversion.
you're taking a complete
yeah,
no
sure.
no taking it completely out of
Okay,
context.
okay,
So
Femboy.
so why is it that you focus on the last part but you're not focusing on the whole statement? Because we are reading
I
who
did focus on
violated
the
their
whole
treaties,
statement.
correct? So what treaties are they
Yeah,
violating?
I would
Because
have to
last
see
time
what
I
treaties
checked,
they had at that time.
last time I checked, if I could be wrong, but they were violating religious treaties in agreement with these Islamic people. So they in themselves are he's calling for
Mhm.
them to what? Say it with me now. Defend themselves against people who what? Violated those treaties. Yes,
Okay,
he is
okay. And
saying
what
that
stops the
repentance needs to be
besieging?
happening. What?
Yeah. No. Perform prayers. Who are they performing prayers to?
Christians pray, Catholicism
What
pray,
if they
Exactly.
were
He
Muslims
doesn't.
atheists?
No,
pray.
What
no.
if
But
they were
they're
atheists?
okay. So again, you're asking religious people. You're asking a religious text to consider all people, especially people who are non-religious. That doesn't apply to those people clearly. So the people that he is
Sure.
referring to,
Polytheists. Who are they?
right? So he's
Why
not referring.
why would they
He is
say
this
perform prayers to your gods for us to be merciful?
again. The people who are violating these treaties are religious people. They are
Correct.
religious people. So in context of that situation, he's saying all of you violating this religious treaty that we had, you religious people need to pray to your gods
Correct.
Why
to
would they
So
want
repent.
them to? Why would wait? What kind of sense does that make? Why would they care if they pray to their gods?
Because you ask for God
How
for
does that make any
repentance.
sense? No, that's that's
What you mean it
conversion.
doesn't make? How do
That
you?
is
so
How that's
wait,
not conversion?
conversion.
That's
What are
not
you
wait, wait,
talking
wait,
conversion.
about?
That's
wait,
not
wait,
conversion.
wait,
Please,
wait,
please,
That is
please let me
wait,
continue.
wait.
conversion.
Please
Hold
let me
on, hold
continue to
on,
argue this.
That is
hold
No,
on,
conversion.
please
Ligma.
let me
Wait,
please let me
hold
continue to
on,
argue this.
wait. Hey. Hold on, Ligma. You were talking about that Islam was forced conversion, right? Is that what you
That
said?
verse I just read was about forced conversion.
Okay, so yeah, so basically what you're saying in a nutshell is forced conversion. Didn't Christianity do the same thing?
I have problems with Christianity. Holy
But
shit!
that's not.
No, you
I
said
don't know how many times I got to say
Catholicism.
That's
this.
not
You said
conversion.
Is
Catholicism.
Catholicism the original form of Christianity?
So people are Episcopalian. They Catholics too? Or no?
Yes, it is. Catholicism came before any other Christian religion,
Can I
Okay.
continue to argue this? Because truly, I'm like my point
or
was
maybe
about to be made.
Judaism, but for
Please do.
Can we
non-Israelites,
Please
can we
do.
bring
Please
back
do.
Catholicism was.
can we bring back this excerpt from the text where specifically it says that they need to convert to Islam and pray to their gods, their Islamic gods.
It said to make prayer. They're not going
Prayer.
to
It
tell
said
them
to
pray to
make
your
prayer.
gods
It
and
did
we'll be
not say
merciful.
it
That
did not
doesn't make
say
any
make
sense.
it, but it did not say make prayer to our gods. Pay alms to
It
our
didn't say
people.
make prayer to your gods.
It said make
Literally said, make
prayers.
prayer to your
Right.
gods.
It said make prayers.
No,
There
it
is no
didn't.
call. No, there is
Oh
no call
shit,
for
ended it.
conversion. There is no explicit call for conversion. You're putting
That
words in
that
people's
that.
mouths.
Okay. You interpret it however you want.
Exactly. That's the thing, though.
You,
But
you're just
No,
fooling
religion is
yourself.
you're
You're
right.
religion is a
full of
belief
shit.
based system. Religion is a belief based system. You are
Wait.
interpreting that
So
this text
wait,
is telling people to
Femboy, you
convert.
already agreed with me. Wait, you already agreed with me that Islam believes in conversion, and then I give you this
But
verse,
that this
and you're like,
In
doesn't.
no, that's not
Islam,
conversion.
no, I do not agree with you fully. I did not agree with you fully. Islam does agree, yes, in conversion. Yes. Yes, they do believe in that. They do not believe in conversion by violence. They are not a total like they are not saying violence is the only solution to the conversion. That is what I said.
Finboy, correct me if I'm wrong. Every religion calls for some type of conversion into the religion, regardless of
Exactly.
it. So,
That is
like,
that.
that's his
Yeah,
flawed argument.
absolutely.
Can
And
you remind me, what are the missionaries for Christianity? What did they do?
I don't know. They converted the slaves into Christianity.
Don't they
Yeah, they did a
like
lot of bad
go
things.
everywhere and preach the word of Jesus? Isn't that trying to
Yeah, they did a
convert
lot of bad
people?
things.
Yeah.
Listen,
But
like I said, I'm completely atheist at this point, but
But why
listen.
why so much smoke for people who are Muslim
it's
and
only
not?
because he's been
Wait,
watching
I
the
got
news the
smoke for
last week.
Christians
He's
too.
only been
Are you
watching
a
the
Christian?
news the last week. But regardless of it, I think it's
I'm sorry. Am I a
crazy.
Christian?
Spiff, don't
Yeah, it
Spiff,
is.
don't be ignorant. Don't be ignorant.
No,
Acting like
you're
I
the
don't
ignorant
debate
one.
this shit all the time.
But you are being ignorant because I seen a post of some background you had the other day. So like you're ignorant. But regardless of
Wait,
it,
what was the post I had the other week?
I had to go
Wait,
look at
what
Discord.
post
It
was
was
it?
some other shit. It was also some picture like somebody with this swastika symbol on your page. Like, please, in the big screen. I think Bleach had
What?
it.
okay.
On my page?
Yeah, it was
So
your
Spiff,
live.
Oh, you mean
right?
that
background.
fake shit they made about Bell?
Yeah, I think that's just crazy just to have
And that
that
was
in
today, you
regardless.
fool.
Okay,
That was
I don't know. I
today.
don't follow
Dumb
Spiff,
it
I
as
dumb.
of
have a
today.
question for
But
you
hold
really
on, one
quick.
second, Misha. One
Okay.
second. But no, I just wanted to say in that post that you made, nothing over there in any context
What
said
post?
nigga, what you just put the
I
green
didn't have a
screen,
post.
put two and two together. Let me finish. What you just posted as far as out of the Quran had nothing about forced conversions, anything like that. I even looked up the
Whether
tax that
you
it
want to
talked
say it
about
that
in a
way or not, I
reference in
don't
that.
really give a fuck.
Okay, I looked up the tax that
What
it
I
ref.
read was forced conversion.
I looked up even the tax that it referenced that they would have to be forced to pay in order not to be um, basically unalived for anything, and that was a tax to be given to the needy and poor. So like
exactly.
nothing of what you just mentioned had anything to do with like forced conversion into Islam or into praising Allah.
You read it, interpret it however you want,
It's not about
and
interpreting anything.
I
That's
know
not
what
what
I.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
make
read.
them
So you
perform prayers.
it's
You're
three things.
forcing them to perform prayers. Who?
It's three things that you
You
Why
should.
would I
okay?
make
Whenever
them
you're reason.
perform prayers to your gods for me to be merciful? That doesn't make
You
any
repent.
sense.
Yes, you repent. Christianity, you repent to any gods. At the end of the day, there's three things that you
This was
when you're
about
reading any type.
polytheists.
When okay, you pray
What's a
to many
polytheist?
gods. You pray to any god, sun god, whatever gods you want to pray to at that time. You pray to them. Regardless of it, there's three things that you look at when you're reading a text. You look at it, who is talking, what is the context, and what are they trying to accomplish and push through. That's what. But you're not looking at any of them. You're not looking at the context of it. You didn't look at a passage before or a passage after. You didn't look at anything. You're just reading one passage and taking
What
that
do you
and
mean? That was
deciding.
the passage before and after. What are
No,
you
it.
talking about?
Oh my God, bro.
All right, Misha, please go ahead.
He's a fucking idiot.
Okay, so I have a question for Spiff. Now, Ligma said a
How
little
that
while
works.
ago that
Hush. Go ahead, Misha. Please.
Ligma said a little while ago that he believed that any root of any ideology that would cause harm, he wants to do away with. So, are we saying now that we'll do away with racism and white supremacy? Because I'm just trying to figure that out. Because that's an
We would
ideology.
technically we would
Yeah, get
do
on it.
away at the livelihood of mankind. Mankind itself causes harm to people in society and their environment around us. So
No,
yes, we do. So
I
in grand
rephrased
scheme,
myself.
in grand
I
scheme,
rephrased
when did
myself,
you
and I said,
rephrase?
with if the foundation of the belief is harmful, the foundation
Okay.
of it.
What's the foundation of Islam, and what's the difference between that foundation, Judaism, and Christianity?
The foundation of
So
Islam is forced conversion.
That's not
he
true.
already
The foundation is that they are all
I'll let you.
Abrahamic religions that believe in one creator. That's the
he
foundation.
he already said that Islam's foundation using the Quran is to incite a holy war on all non-Islamic people. But he also said that he has not read up and knows enough about Judaism to speak on it. I just want context for people who are joining this panel.
Yeah,
yes,
so
what you were
So you're
thinking is true.
criticizing things you don't know.
You didn't say anything wrong. The most I know about Judaism is they don't believe in Christ as the Messiah, and they the Torah, I believe, is made up of the first 5 books of the Bible.
Are they as
the
terrible as the
structure of it
followers
is.
of Islam, though?
I've never read the Torah. I don't know.
Have read the Torah. The Torah is the Old Testament, and the Pentateuch is the
Is it
first five
well?
Bibles.
Is it only the Old Testament? Is it only the Old Testament?
Absolutely. The Torah is the Old Testament.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Then, yeah,
well, now you
then
do. The
the
more
Torah
you
would-
know.
Yeah, then the Torah would be a problem because Levitical law is a problem.
Wait, it wasn't a problem until she just told you it was the Old Testament. But
No, but
No,
I
that's
can.
not true because I was already arguing against Levitical law when we were talking about Catholicism.
But you said you never read the Torah. You said you never read the Torah. Now it's a problem that she told you it's the Old Testament. Which one is
Now,
it?
here, I'm
Yes,
about to blow
if
your
what
mind.
she's saying is right, what she's saying is right, and it's only the first 5 books of the Bible or the Old Testament, then Levitical law is a problem. So that would make Torah a problem.
No, what I said, let me clarify this. What I said was the Old Testament is the Torah, and the Pentateuch
Okay.
is the first 5 books of the Bible. That's what I said. Okay?
Okay.
Just
So
clarify.
then the Torah would still include Levitical law, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then yes, it's a problem.
Now it's a problem?
Leviticus, Deuteronomy, all of the Old Testament.
Who is saying now it's a problem? I have been
I said
saying
that.
since we talked about Catholicism that Levitical law was a problem.
No, what I'm saying
What are you
is
talking about?
what I'm saying is that you like 10 minutes ago or however long ago you said you had never read the Torah. But you did say you had read the Old Testament and it wasn't a problem for you. Now it's a problem that she told you that the Torah is the Old Testament. How is it
When
just
did
a
I
problem
say
now?
the Old Testament wasn't a problem? When did I say that?
I never. You said that you never read the Torah, but you said you have read the Bible and you read the New
Correct.
and the Old Testament. And then she just told you the Old
Correct.
Testament is the Torah. Now it's a problem because you never had a
If
problem with
it's
the
the
Old
Old
Testament 20
Testament, then
minutes ago.
yeah.
Then how did you not know that?
I already said.
Then how did you
How
not
would I know
know?
that the Torah? If I never read the Torah, how would I know that the Torah is the Old Testament?
But you read
But you
the Old
realize
Testament.
that they don't eat pork and they don't eat shellfish and they eat a kosher diet because of the Bible.
Because they would be Israelites. Because the Levitical
That's
law says
technically not true for
Israelites
all of
don't eat
them.
pork.
That's technically
How is
not
that not
true
true
for
for
all
all
of
of them?
them.
How
Not
is that
all
not true
Jews
for
are
all of them?
Israelites.
Wait,
So
what do you think Jews
basically,
are?
you
What do
don't know
think
what you're
Israelites
talking
are?
about. You basically.
How do I not know what I'm talking about? What are
Jewish
Because
Israelites?
people,
you don't.
it's an ethno-religion, okay? So not all people belong
What are
in the Jewish faith.
Israelites?
All people, it's an ethno-religion, okay? So not all
What
Jewish
is
people are Israelites.
Israelites?
There's
What
a
are
little bit of
Israelites?
there's a little bit of oversimplification here, but it's
Look,
in the wrong
look what Peach
direction.
is saying. She's not an
Okay.
Israelite.
So,
Yeah.
like, what's
So
your
there's
main argument?
there's a little
here?
bit of an oversimplification whenever it comes to Levitical law. The Levitical law applied to the Levites. Who were the Levites?
The followers of Levi. The descendants of
Wrong.
Levi.
Wrong. So
Well, if you're gonna
Levites were
say
in
wrong,
charge.
say who it is then.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
the Levite. Well, again, if you're going to make a point, at least know how to argue it. So the Levites were in charge of the temple, so they oversaw the religious practice within the temple, not within the synagogue. Two very different areas of Jewish worship. So,
Are you Jewish?
Yeah, no, but I understand theology. So anyway, yeah, if you're going to argue a point, at least understand, the difference in the
Did he come up
tribes.
here just to belittle people and tell them they know nothing, basically?
Oh, not yet.
Without educating?
Not yet. But if you're
Then
going to argue,
Nobody
what's
said you
your
were
motive
yelling.
for
He said
being up here?
belittle.
And I didn't argue that point.
Yeah.
Let's
So
be clear.
what's your motive of coming up here? Do you wish to educate or belittle people?
Again, the Levitical law no longer applies.
Right. So you can't answer
Can we
questions.
get back to the
Why
original
does
statement?
the Levitical law no longer
we're not here
apply?
to argue, but
Why does the Levitical law no longer
the
apply?
conversation was not around Levitical law. It truly wasn't.
Right.
What
And I
is-
didn't argue
why'd y'all
Levitical
kick
law
him?
at all. But
Why'd y'all
the
kick him?
Levites are descendants of Levi in the 12 tribes of Judah. That's a fact.
Why'd y'all kick him?
Because I wanted to.
Not talking
Because he
about
was being
Levitical
an
law.
inconsiderate prick. That's
That's some
why.
bitch shit. Oh my
We're
god.
not.
Okay, well, we
Wait, I
can be
know you ain't
bitches and
talking about some
continue,
bitch
right?
shit.
So,
You,
That
but
is
what
some
is
Ligma,
like
bitch
your
the
shit.
what is
host,
your main
it's
argument
the
here?
host's panel. The host can do what the host wants. Put it this way: the host kicked him.
But what is your main argument? Like, what is your main pushback? What are you against in this?
I don't know why I
That
got to keep repeating myself.
because I just got here, so you're catching me up because I'm not understanding what the argument is. Do you have an issue with one religion, multiple religions, or what?
I have issue with multiple things.
Right. So I would say
I'm
this:
just
it's not the
problematic.
religion that's the issue; it's the followers of this religion, whatever it be. It right,
No, it's
justifying
not the
their
followers. It's
actions
the
of their
ideology
horrible
itself.
shit by saying this is what God intended. My religion says that this is justified, so I'll do
Mm.
these horrible things, and it'll be okay. So in every religion, you're going to have those people, but there's also good in every religion, and the people that actually follow those religions. I can't knock a religion. You know what I mean? I can only knock the people that are
You can.
followers of these things. And
you
I'm like,
can't.
well, you ain't following them because
That
you're saying that you are following the path of Jesus, who is preaching empathy, right? But then you're going to judge people. You're going to wish harm on people. That is not walking the path.
so he never stated that it was specifically the people. He said that at the foundation of these specific religions, he does not believe that they are sound,
Yeah,
that they incite violence. That's where the disconnect is right now.
and then
So he's not arguing the people of the religion. He's arguing the religion itself.
yeah, and then I clarified, asking, okay, every religion or every ideology somewhat has a side effect of harm. And he mentioned that. What did he say? For example, he said entrepreneurship is an
What did I say?
ideology.
I said I
Entrepreneur.
was wrong about
Yeah,
that. Holy
I,
shit, Spiff. The
I'm
fuck is
catching them
wrong with you, man?
Are you
a
crying
lot.
because you
A
were
lot.
wrong?
Yeah, I'm just catching them up.
No,
Um,
I'm not crying. It's just
yeah,
like, damn, dude, I said I was wrong.
can I? But
Like,
okay,
why does that
okay,
part
okay.
even
You
You're
matter?
ain't
wrong.
crying.
I'm
You whining
catching
a little bit,
people
though.
up. I didn't even get to the
Yeah, I
point.
was wrong. Let it go,
Okay,
dude. Oh my
I
god.
didn't get to the point where you said you were wrong. Oh,
You're a
you're
white
upset.
woman.
Anyways,
Wait, where'd
um,
Nick go?
so he then said, he basically said entrepreneurship is some type of ideology that doesn't cause harm. Then reneged that and came back and said he was wrong. And then he has yet to present some type of ideology that doesn't perpetuate harm in some sense. And he will not name one because there is not one. So I don't know where this conversation is going through. Like we asked him, what does he practice? He doesn't want to say because obviously it probably does cause some type of harm, which makes him a hypocrite. But
That's about
Wait,
it.
no. So I don't tell people what I practice because it's my own personal
I know that's what I'm saying.
walk,
It probably
right?
causes harm.
It's none of your business.
I
Like
said that.
it's
I said
literally
you don't want to tell
nobody's
us.
business in life.
And I said it probably
Yeah,
causes, and it
and
probably causes harm.
yeah,
What
if you
makes
want
you
to
a
assume
hypocrite?
that, that's fine. I could care less. But
It
I'm
does
just making it
probably
clear
cause.
why I
You
don't
don't have to
tell
tell me
people.
your religion that you're doing, but have people suffered under your religion? Have people has there been any type of suffrage or bondage under your religion? You know?
Why would you
Wait.
want to keep your
You do?
religion a secret if
Yeah, I thought you
most
would want to
religions are
spread.
about
Yeah.
spreading the
But
word?
how
And
I understand. I don't understand. You don't want to tell nobody your religion, and about 5 minutes ago, you asked me if I was a Christian.
I didn't ask if you were a
Yes,
Christian.
you
You
did.
asked me
You
if I
said,
was
"Are you a
Christian.
Christian?"
You
Because
did
I was
ask that.
talking. You literally asked me. You said, "Are you a Christian?" Because I was talking about forced conversion of like what fucking the slave owners did to the slaves when they brought
I
them over
didn't,
here. You
dude.
asked me,
No,
and you had
Gaz.
said
I didn't ask one person up here
you
what their
said, "Are you a?"
religion was.
Am I tripping,
You
y'all?
No,
did.
I
No,
didn't.
You're
you're
Yes,
wrong.
not.
you're
You're
You
not.
tripping.
No,
you
I
you're not
did
didn't
tripping,
ask.
ask
You
Rio.
did ask.
anybody
You
what their religion was.
You
you
just
did
said you
ask.
asked
Never
me if I
asked
was a
one
Christian.
person.
You said,
Ligma,
"Are you a
No, I
You
Christian?" I
didn't.
said,
did.
"You talking to
Ligma, one of
me?"
the first things you asked Rio was what his religion was, and then he asked you
No,
what
I
your religion
didn't.
was. Yes, it was.
Yes, you did.
And then he
Yes.
asked you what your religion
No,
was, and
I
you said it's none of
didn't.
his
Oh my
business.
god!
Yes,
Look,
you
I
did.
understand y'all are all like in cahoots with each other,
No,
and
we're
you're gonna have each
This
not.
other's
is
backs. That's fine.
again. This
But
is
I
not.
didn't ask one person up here.
Please.
But this is
Yes, you
not
did.
about who has whose back right now. It is about what was said. You did ask him to make a point. He asked you after you asked him, and you said it was none of his. That's how your questioning of what your religion was brought up.
No, that is
He
not
didn't
true.
ask
He
you out of
asked me
nowhere.
without me asking him anything. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
all
Okay.
right.
Either way,
He asked me when
either
Nick and Andrew
way.
were up here.
Okay,
What are
either
you
way,
talking
you
about?
did ask him, did he practice Christianity? And you did, yes, you did ask him that. But regardless of the fact that you are still not wanting to say what
No, I
you
might have
thought.
asked him if he's read the Bible.
No,
Okay.
I didn't
you
ask
asked
him
him
if
if
he
I
was
was
a
a Christian.
Christian.
You did.
No, I didn't.
All right. Anyway,
That's fine. You can go
regardless
on.
of the fact is that you're even what you practice currently probably does spread some type of harm and an ideology. So that makes you just a hypocrite. You're just going around because you are fearful for another religion. Another ideology that's not yourself.
Wait, so if I said that Christianity was problematic at the same time,
It is.
would your logic still stand?
Yeah, it is. Christianity is harmful, and I'm a Christian.
So if somebody in your
Okay,
family
but no,
decides,
you're saying I'm only talking about Islam. So if I said that
I said no. I
Christianity was
asked
a
you
problem
about
at the same time,
I said you're not talking about your religion. I said Christianity was harmful myself earlier in the conversation. I don't have an issue saying I'm a Christian and Christianity is
wait,
harmful. You have an issue with you saying what religion.
Wait, would you agree that there's a difference between religion and beliefs?
If there's a difference between religion and beliefs, sure. Religion and
Yes.
beliefs can exist without them coinciding, sure.
Thank you. So I said my beliefs are my own walk. I never said my religion.
Okay, and
You're
I
assuming I
guarantee
have a religion.
your beliefs probably causes harm to other people. Am I right or wrong?
How so?
you
Am I
need you
right or
said to
wrong?
eradicate the ideology of Islam.
Yeah,
That's
that's
harmful.
causing harm. You're forcefully going
Wait,
to cause
how would
harm
eradicating an ideology cause harm?
because people practice that ideology. If
Because
you're
to eradicate
eliminating,
the ideology, you have to eradicate the
yeah,
people.
if you're eliminating them from
Right.
That's
practicing,
not true.
if you're eliminating them from
You wouldn't have to
practicing,
eradicate the
if
people.
you're
That's not
eliminating
true.
them from practicing their religion in the safety of their home or in public or whatever it may be, you would have to be causing some type of harm.
Yeah, do that shit
Yeah,
at home.
you would
behind
be
closed
causing
doors.
some type
But
of you would cause some type
There
of
would be
harm.
no harm in that.
How would you
that
force?
that
How would you
in
force that
Through
he
law.
said outlawing. So
through laws? Who enforces
that
the
in
laws?
itself, but that in itself, ligma it's like it is very opposite of what you're claiming. So you're claiming the eradication of a complete religion by outlawing it in public. That doesn't eradicate the religion itself.
Correct.
So if you're gonna say something
Sure.
totalitarian as, then you need to have that same kind of solution for that. Saying outlawing Islam, yeah, that would have probably made you not sound so like backwards.
Sure. Maybe I said it dramatically. Sure. Outlaw Islam.
I mean,
Okay.
do you think that like all Muslims wear like hijabs and burqas everywhere?
No, I think
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, how would you know if
Muslims
somebody's
aren't
a Muslim or not?
Muslims aren't my problem. Muslims aren't my
But
problem. I never once came up
I'm
here and said
asking you, how would
anything.
This
you know
problem
if
is with
they're a
any
practicing
mainstream
Muslim or not?
religion. Do you practice a deity or something like that? What do you practice? What is
Why
your
are
belief?
you so fixated on my
No, I'm
personal
just
life?
curious because you have a very disdain to any type of like pivotal type of ideology. So I'm just curious on what do you practice.
Let's assume that you have children, Ligma. Let's assume that you have children. If your son or daughter came up to you and be like, "Hey, this is my girlfriend or boyfriend, and we're getting married, and they are of the Muslim faith," how would you feel?
Keep that shit out of my house. The fuck?
What if they were Catholic? He
Keep that shit out of my
practices
house.
a deity.
The
I know you practice a self idol, don't you?
Are you
What if they
satanic?
Yeah,
what
no.
if they
I
believed
mean, he
in
probably not. He's
Judaism
like
or
can't.
Buddhism or Hinduism?
You said what?
I said, what if they believed in Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism,
Yeah, what
Taoism,
about
So
Confucianism?
Buddhism, from what I've read, I don't have a whole lot of problem with Buddhism.
Are
Buddhism
you a
practice
Buddhist?
harm? They did harm in Sri Lanka.
I said from what I've
Yeah,
read.
but I'm telling you now, they did
I
harm.
haven't
And
read much.
they
You've
practice
also
in they
read the Old
practice in
Testament and didn't
war.
realize it was the Torah, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and Buddhism practice
Okay, well, hold on.
harm in Sri
Where in the
Lanka.
Old Testament does it say it's the Torah?
It's not going to say it's the Torah. It was adopted.
Exactly. So how the fuck would I know? How the fuck would I know? The fuck?
Go pick up a Torah, and literally it's like Genesis and Deuteronomy and
And I'm
Leviticus and
sorry, I
all of
don't know
that
how
shit.
y'all
Like,
I
be
think
lying.
your problem here isn't your lack of not knowing. It's your claim
Willfully.
that it is not about just Islam. It's about every other religion that incites violence. What you believe incites violence at its foundation, while also not knowing about more than just the three Abrahamic religions.
I think he's just xenophobic against
I
people
think
who are
two,
Muslim.
Yeah,
because you don't even know
I think
Judaism.
I know about Judaism. Well, I don't know about the Torah. I have an understanding of Judaism, right?
without the
Like I have
Torah?
an understanding that it.
This would be a whole lot
Yeah.
easier
So
if you
what I've been.
just
Okay.
if you just said that you were
So
xenophobic.
my
Hold
understanding
on.
of Jewish.
If you were just said you're xenophobic against people who are Muslim, this would be a whole lot easier.
Well, I don't have a problem with Muslims.
You obviously do.
No, I don't. I just have a problem with their beliefs.
I'm about to blow your
Which makes
mind,
them who they
Ritmo.
are.
But okay,
I'm
to make
convinced
such a
John don't even have
generalized statement, like to muddy up the fact that you came in on a conversation about Muslims, specifically Islam, and then not be able to back it up with having the proper knowledge of other religions other than Islam, inciting said violence. Like we just brought up Buddhism, and you didn't understand
Oh
the fact
shit.
that like Buddhism was used for like that's where things look very ingenuine.
That's when we call you
Where
ignorant.
your claim
Yeah.
at it's not just Islam doesn't make sense because it may not just be Islam in your head, but you're not substantiating any of those claims. So you're honing in on Islam specifically, having all of these kinds of verses and knowing that this part of the Quran specifically incites violence for its followers, but then not being able to say, oh yeah, well, Judaism also does that itself because the Torah. Oh wait, you haven't read the Torah. Well, Christianity also, but oh wait,
Wait,
I
that's
don't know
not what I
whether or not
said.
they follow the. I don't know
Wait, that's
whether
not what I
I
said.
don't know whether or not they follow the New Testament or the Old Testament. That's where things like. Do you see what I'm saying?
Wait,
You have
that's
such
not
a.
what I said though.
But you're
That's not
claiming
what
to
I
have such
said.
an. Okay, what is it? What did you say?
I didn't say I have a problem with Judaism and then just find out. I said I didn't know about Judaism other than they don't believe that Christ is the Messiah. I have a problem with Catholicism because they follow the Old Testament. So I'm speaking out against two Abrahamic religions, and the third one I know little about because it doesn't look at Christ as the Messiah. That's all I know about it. So
Neither does
how am I going to speak
Islam.
about it if I've never delved into that religion? I've only spoke about two religions that I know about.
Well, then you can't make the
So
argument
how's it
that
disingenuous to
yeah,
not know about Buddhism?
it is.
How? The fuck
I
do I need to
was
know
I
about
was I
Buddhism
was
when it
I
comes
was
to
telling you. So
Abrahamic religions?
right. You made the claim, and this is coming from your mouth, that it is not just Islam that you have a problem with when it comes to its ideological, like when it comes to its ideas, just in general. You said that there are many religions that you don't agree with. What are those many religions other than the two that you've listed?
Yeah, so
This
I
is a
would have
go.
a problem with witchcraft. So Wiccan, I've read up on Wiccan. Satanic religions, I've read the Satanic Bible. I don't like that one very much. Huh?
Did I
You've said
say?
everything.
Hell Satan.
You've said
Oh,
everything
I
but
know you
atheist.
really don't know religion because
I don't
the
consider
satanic
atheism a
Bible
real
is about
religion.
a light work. Like the
It's about
Satanism
what?
is about light work. It has nothing to do like, oh my God, the Almighty Satan. Like it's not that. It's about
I
light
am
work.
curious as to where in Satanism it does say that, like, at its foundation, at its idea, to incite violence on others. Because if you
Yeah, it
want
actually
to,
doesn't.
but if you want to,
No,
then
no,
we
no.
could
Hold on.
also.
It says the Satanic Bible, almost the first few paragraphs, says that it is about acting in human nature, which includes violence.
So you got no farther than that. You didn't even read the Ten Commandments
No, I
of the
didn't.
Satanic Bible, which tells you to do no harm unto others
my
unless they
God.
intend to do harm unto you.
Right. Right, Indica.
Missed that part.
You're so
Yeah.
full of shit. You're so full
No,
of shit.
I'm not full of shit.
You're
I'm
absolutely full of
educated
shit.
on the subjects, right? I
No,
read
you're
into
not.
these
No, you're
things
not.
without
No, you're
judgment
not.
from
Ligma,
outside
Ligma, why
perspectives.
is it so bad to be wrong about something? It's okay. When you're wrong, you learn from other people. It's okay to be wrong. Do you think
Go
you really
read
think he pulled that out of his ass? Like
go
he
read
just
the
made
Ten
that shit up on the whim?
Commandments of the Satanic Bible and tell me which one you disagree with. I'll wait.
I'm not understanding. It's okay to be wrong about some things. I'm wrong about shit daily. That doesn't make me less of a fucking person. I don't understand. It's okay. Oh, he's gone. Whoever's just left. I don't know who that was.
No, spiffy.
Oh, okay. But still, is it okay to be wrong, fanboy? I mean, I don't see a problem with it.
It is okay to be wrong. I'm what's weird though is I'm trying to like help you, but you don't want like you're assuming that I'm attacking you. I'm helping you get better at like this specific debate because like I'm not trying to argue you or belittle you on certain things. Like what you said was not what didn't seem like what you were really believing. All I'm saying is like if you're going to jump in a panel where a conversation is happening that doesn't involve said eradicate Islam, that you should probably come better prepared. That's all I'm saying. Instead of like using deflection as a way to get yourself out of something and then fail miserably at deflecting. Like, but that's just my opinion.
I've been wanting to blow
Yes, I don't.
everybody's mind real quick, because I'm getting ready to go on mute
Please,
for a
Misha.
while.
Please do.
But do you know the origins of Islam? Do you know like who made Islam up, or like like just any origin stories, right? Because a lot of Muslims will tell you, oh, well, Muhammad, Gabriel came to Muhammad and gave him the knowledge and of God and whatever. But actually Christian Jews created Islam. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but they were actually Christian and ethnically Jew, right? Okay.
That's it. That's the post.
Yeah, so can I respond to Finboy? Yeah,
Yeah, go
Finboy,
ahead.
I think you're attacking me. I have no issues with you. I actually have no problem being wrong. I do like to argue just to argue. So, like, if I am wrong, I'm not going to admit it. I'm just going to keep going,
Oh my
which
god.
is probably annoying to everybody else. I actually came up here to address Nick because he wasn't responding to my comments, and then I got into the argument because I said eradicate
I think
Islam.
Nick is
And then
actually. I think Nick's still in the comments. Hold on. Hold on. I think he's still in the comments. Hold on.
I think it's crazy that you just missed what I just said. I mean, because how they intersect, all of the Abrahamic religions intersect. They're more like a trilogy, if you will. And so, I mean, they all do. Like majority, like Judaism and Islam run more similar than Christianity and anyone else, but they
I would
do
disagree with you on
intersect.
that. I would disagree because Islam still recognizes Jesus as a Messiah or prophet.
Islam says that he's a prophet, and so does Judaism. They just don't believe that they're the
Judaism.
Messiah. The same way that Islam and Judaism both believe that he's not the Messiah.
No, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty
Well, I
sure
mean, you were
Islam and
talking to somebody
Christianity.
that practiced Islam. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but you were wrong about Catholicism, so I'm not really gonna take
Absolutely
your
not.
word
I
for it.
wasn't wrong, but okay. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think
you can think whatever you want.
you're sitting here telling me that the part of the Levitical law that says doesn't import refers to Gentiles as well, and that's wrong.
If they say that they believe in the entire Bible and Leviticus is in the Bible, then you would not eat pork. Period. It says, "Thou shalt not eat pork."
Leviticus doesn't refer to Gentiles not eating pork. I don't understand how many times I got to say this.
I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but don't
Talk
talk to
to
me like
you.
that. Don't talk
I'll
to me
talk to
like that,
anyone however
because
the fuck I
I'm
want
not your
to.
fucking
You
pet.
don't know me.
Okay? I'm
Nobody
not.
knows me.
Don't
Take a
talk to me like
walk.
that.
Not that Misha. Nope. Not her. Not her. No Misha slander. Not around here. Not ever. Misha, you got powers. Do as you must.
Now, I was trying to keep it cool and keep it cute, but what you're not finna do is talk to me like that. You're not finna talk to me like I'm your fucking pet. You done lost your fucking mind.
Marquet, welcome.
Yerp. What up, brother? Hey,
What up?
everybody.
We were having an interesting conversation with Ligma.
With who?
Ligma.
Wait a minute. The honky?
Yeah, I guess that's what he is. But no, he said that the ideology of Islam should be eradicated from just eradicated, period. And the Quran, the entire Quran, calls for war and go.
I mean, he's not wrong in the concept of the call for war at times, but
Yeah,
Islam's
but
not
what he
it's not
said to
peaceful.
me
But
and talks to me like I'm a goddamn dog. I'm not his dog, and he's not going to talk to me like that.
Oh yeah, no, that
Period.
that's
Point
that's why
blank.
his ass. That's why
well,
his ass
I
got booted.
yeah, yeah, that's an Ofe. Like Ofe level 1. He's too stupid to be
Oh, I mean,
dangerous.
I get it, but you gonna talk to me with some sense, and you gonna come correct,
No, he's
or
not.
you
No,
gonna
he's
get your
not.
ass cussed out. Cause I
Yeah,
don't play with YT people like that. And
yeah.
Right.
don't fuck with me.
He
I'm
dodges
not the
me like the
fucking one, the
plague.
two, the three, or the four. I will cuss your ass fucking out. Period. Point blank.
Yo, I promise you, he dodges guys like me like the plague. Like last time I spoke to him, he tried to explain how black people. Well, essentially, every black household must be Oceans 12, 13, and 14, according to his math. Right? Like when I say a stupid Ofe, I mean a definite dumb one. I'm sorry you was disrespected, Misha. We should break his knees.
Misha said, "We ain't doing this today."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
just
again,
don't.
he can't have a real conversation. Like I think it's wow. I didn't expect him to be over here. Truth be told,
Marquette,
And
I thought he
Marquette.
was going to stick to the honky areas.
and he's saying that it says only Israelites, but in the Bible it says in Leviticus chapter 11 verses 7 and 8, it says, and the swine, though he divide the hoof, and he cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. This is what it says. And it says, do not drink wine, all of this stuff. But it also says, he's saying that it's because of the Israelites. Okay, Aaron was an Israelite. Could give you that. Was Moses? Because Moses is in here. Now, we all know Moses was adopted, right?
Yeah, most scholars understand he was an imaginary figure too. Like
Moses was adopted by the Egyptians. Now, yes, he was Israelite by blood, but he was adopted by the Egyptians. So why would they put Moses in? Like it doesn't make any sense.
and he's
It
made
was
up.
for all people at that time.
Moses
I
is
don't know
made up.
why they do that. They cherry pick, but like I said, it depends on it depends on which type of Christian you're talking to. Because some will say that they believe in all of the Bible, and then some of them will say, "Oh, well, I don't believe in the Old Testament. I just believe in the New Testament." So it depends on who you're talking to. And this could do person to person, regardless of what sect they are. You know what I mean? They cherry pick.
I mean,
But
that
it clearly
conversation was
states
kind
that you
of
shouldn't eat pork.
it was kind of pointless though, because if you're going to be up here criticizing every religion under the sun but not say what you believe in, you get what I'm saying? Like, how are you going to say all of these beliefs are bad but you won't say your own belief? It's almost like you want to criticize all these other things but not be criticized on the harm that your belief does.
Well, his only belief genuinely is in white nationalism.
But no, Marquette. What really got me though, is what it had nothing to do with like Islam or anything like that. And I said, "Yo, it's okay to be wrong." I said, "Sometimes when you're wrong, you'll actually learn some shit." And he's like, "Yeah, I know." He said, "Sometimes I'm wrong. I'll never admit it. I'll argue just to argue. I'll just keep going."
Yeah, like his math. Like
And
ask him,
at that point, I was like, "Forget it. There's no talking to you."
ask him to explain his math
Hey
whenever
everybody.
you get
So
that
Misha,
Hey,
opportunity.
oh
Queen.
sorry.
No, you're all right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I wanted to piggyback on what Misha was saying. I feel the same way when people cherry pick and they talk about Leviticus, but they forget in Mark 7:19, Jesus declares all foods to be clean because he says it enters through not through your heart, but through the stomach. Therefore, when Jesus was preaching about what's in your heart instead of what people eat and what people wear and things like that, he already declared all things clean. So why cherry pick the directions that he gave to people
Were
that's
you saying
not
everybody
you?
can eat bacon now?
Right. Now, some
Yeah.
people, now he said to me, well, some Christians, he said Catholics believe in Levitican law. And I said, well, no, they don't. Because if that was the case, then they wouldn't eat pork. They wouldn't drink wine. They wouldn't do any of the rituals that they do. And I said, but they will tell you that they believe it, but they don't. And so they cherry pick. Catholics do, Methodists do, Baptists do. It depends on, like, the scripture or whatever. I've talked to Baptist preachers, I've talked to Methodist preachers. My own grandfather's a Methodist preacher. And depending on who you ask, or I've had several priests that I still talk to, like Father Pat. There's a guy named Father Pat, and he eats pork. So all of these things, if you believed in Levitican law, you will follow Levitican law, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're saying that it's just that it belongs to the Israelites. But if that's the case, yes, Moses, he was an Israelite by blood, but he grew up with the Egyptians. So why would they give a law that is like to Moses, right? If
Well,
it
because
wasn't
because God readopted him when he asked him to free the people. So he became his rightful Israelite self when he wanted to free his people. But that still does not make his point, because those rules and regulations was to set apart those who God deemed to be his people and those who were not. And it
right.
was more a metaphor for these foods are unclean to you so that you can set yourself apart from those who are engaging in these types of behaviors. But then Jesus comes and says, we're not doing that no more, because I'm coming to show you what's in your heart. If people read the Bible for a literal, then that means that you're not really scholarly, because it's a whole entire setup for the coming of Jesus. That's really what it is. Everything that was being told was all about the lamb and the sacrifices. The same reason why they no longer have to slaughter animals in order to get a seat before God. You couldn't pray to God if you didn't have no animal to slaughter, and the animal had to have these regulations as well.
That's what I'm saying. And he
So
was
if
like,
that's the
well,
case, then if you're gonna believe in Leviticus, then why you not slaughtering no lamb before you pray? I need to understand that.
and that's what he was saying. He was like, well, no, Catholics believe in the Old Testament more. And I was like, well, not technically, not that I know of. They usually will reference Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, all of the, I used to be able to name them all, but I can't anymore. But anyway, but they do believe more in the New Testament rather than the Old Testament. They reference the New Testament more.
And that's the thing
Um,
that I need to understand. Then, if that's the case, then I need the people who believe in the Old Testament to show me why your hair is cut, why you mixing fabrics.
that's what I asked him. Like, are we mixing fabrics? Well, no, those are all Israelite laws.
Oh, okay, but it's in the
What?
Old Testament along with the same people who wasn't supposed to be eating pork, the same people who weren't supposed to be mixing fabrics though and cutting hair.
Uh, your guess is good as mine. But again, like I
Okay,
said, I ain't got a dog in the fight because I'm neither Muslim anymore and I'm neither Christian. So it don't matter to me. I
hello,
don't
because
give a
don't ask
shit.
me no shit. Okay, hello, because that ain't got nothing to do with me.
I'm just
Sorry
saying
to that man. I don't know that man.
I'm just
Sorry.
saying what they believe and what they cherry pick and what I have known them to cherry pick. Because I've asked these questions to many of people and they all have different stories. And me, I don't like people when I ask a simple question that I don't get a simple answer. Like,
The real answer, unfortunately, for some, is that they don't know why. They've just been told and taught, and that's the thing that they have practiced, and it makes them feel closer to their religion to follow these set of rules that they have probably known their whole life. So it's difficult for some people to explain their beliefs because they feel like they're being questioned, versus if this is something that you truly understand, then you should be able to relay it to the next person. But the real truth of the matter is you don't fucking know because somebody told you to do it, and that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, y'all know he hates black people, right?
Of course.
Okay, cool. So as long as we have that understanding, I'm good to go. But
yeah, I came up here on the strength of Rio because, I don't really hobnob with racists. I don't like it. But when you say that you have an ideology and you say that if any ideology causes harm, that I'm against it while still being a racist, yeah, that's weird as fuck.
the other thing as well is he I'm almost, if we're talking about the same person, I think I think that guy used to work on nukes, right? And then and this just goes to show you, like, even people in those sort of previous positions are still shitty. Like, intellect doesn't really play a role in the capacity.
Wait, is that the same
But
guy
my
who said he
problem
worked for
is,
the FBI or the CIA and he had recordings on all of us? Is that him?
I don't think so.
Yes, he said he was maybe, possibly about to, could be taking his cybersecurity test. And when he pass it, he finna tell on everybody. When I asked him about it last time, he said he didn't pass and he not.
Why
I
didn't
said,
anybody
oh, so
tell me
you,
that? This conversation would
yeah.
have been 2 minutes if y'all would have told me that.
Bruh,
No,
bruh,
he literally said, when I pass my test that I might be taking soon, I'm returning in all y'all.
listen,
Just you wait till I get my hall monitor badge. All of you are gonna
Yeah,
get it.
yo, check this
maybe,
out.
possibly
Next time
might
you
be doing
talk to
that
him,
though.
right? Next time you talk to him, ask him to go over black crime statistics with you, and then you'll see who you're talking to, without a shadow of a doubt. Make him prove his math. I, a lot of the guys were mad in the live that we were in. If we're talking about the same honky, right? Like, and
oh yeah, we're
when
talking
he
about the
did the
same one.
math, I kid you not, when he did the math, it had to be the most embarrassing shit a lot of people have ever seen. I'm talking about
And he talking to me
elementary
like a
fuck up.
goddamn dog.
Yeah, he
And
hates
at
black
first I
people.
was like, okay, whatever. But then after a while, I just started getting like pissed, like who you get. And especially there was another dude that came up here and was saying that Levites were not followers of Levi or anything like that. And he was just saying, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like Levites
He
from the
just wanted to come
Bible?
up here to sound right in front of people.
Yeah. And I'm like,
And he
Levites
said it.
from the Bible, literally, they are either followers of Levi or they are blood relatives of Levi. That's where like that's one tribe of Judah. Like, what are we talking about?
Why did he say, Misha, which was so ignorant? How do you expect to be taken seriously when you say, "Oh, I'm not coming at anybody. I don't have a problem with being wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'm gonna just keep going because that I just like to argue just to argue."
Man, he told on himself then.
So, what's the point?
There is no
Have a
point
good
after
day.
that. If
After
you're not
that,
going to admit you're wrong in the discussion, then it's pointless. You just want to argue.
Oh, it was evident to me when he did his math. I'm telling you, it's something to see.
Yeah, I don't
exactly,
understand
Belinda. He
it.
talking shit about everybody else's beliefs, but don't want to talk about his.
His
Yeah, because
belief,
he doesn't. He
I'm
wants to
letting
be
y'all know
critical
his
and
belief is white nationalism.
he
And
wants
he
to be
didn't even know
critical on
what
everybody
Satanism
else's religion,
was.
but not speak his own because he doesn't want to be accountable for like the
Mm-hmm.
harm that his religion does. He doesn't want to have that conversation and just say everybody else is bad. We're good.
He, but
Yeah, I
Indica,
don't think this guy
I
has a
love that
religion.
I love that you got him when the Satanism conversation came up because he had no idea what the fuck Satanism was.
Yeah, I've
No
done my
idea.
research into all of these things, and I now understand that Satanism isn't about the worship of Satan. And when I look at the 7 tenets of Satanism, I'm like,
They're
seems
literally a
about in line
solid
with the Ten
organization.
Commandments.
Yeah, they're a solid
It's looking like
organization,
it's saying be a good person and don't do harm to people. I don't know how I can
and they
argue against that
literally
just because
feed
of the
people.
name.
They literally feed people. The irony, right? They
I bet
literally feed
I bet a
people.
satanic church would give out baby formula. I
They
bet they
They
yeah,
would.
do. They
they
do all the
do.
time. There's
That
one like an hour and a half from me, and they give out baby formula all the time. They give out like anything baby. They help the poor, the sick, all of that. Like they
Hmm.
help whoever calls them for help. They'll help them. No questions asked.
And it's literally like it goes back to the don't judge a book by its cover because like when it comes to that, it's literally a book that you should not judge by its cover because you have no idea what's in it.
yeah, the irony of the Church of Satan is it is the opposite of what the Catholic Charities is or what these other Christian organizations are, which the Church of Satan doesn't help with stipulations. These other organizations help with stipulations. Like I just got off of the phone with Catholic Charities and some of the other community like outreach programs for like people who are like food insecurity and they need rental assistance as well. So like I give out that information to my tenants and on like a quarterly basis. But like they want to
Hmm.
know like their race, they want to know all these things. Church of Satan, like we don't have one over here in Lake County. This is Catholic Charities like actual domain. They run
Right.
stuff. Church of Satan's not coming over here without their permission. So yeah, like the places I've heard Church of Satan helping out, they don't do any of that stuff. They just help.
Yeah, there's no. It's not like a what is it? Quid pro quo.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's not a okay. I help you, but you're gonna have to help me later. Like
Check this
it's
out,
the.
Indica. One organization, they're called what is it called? PADS, right? And
Mm-hmm.
as nice as I know some of those people are, a rule of thumb that they have is like they don't give out their information over the phone. The people have to go into that organization. How fucked up is that?
Yeah, I don't know. People got to realize that people are the problem, not religion.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just be honest. I don't like when YT people talk to me like I'm a fucking dog. I don't like that shit. That shit annoys the fuck out of me. I don't like it. Like, you can have a respectful conversation, but don't talk to me like I'm your child. Don't talk to me like I'm your dog. Don't talk to me like I'm your pet. Don't talk to me like that. Like, you done lost your fucking mind. I'll cuss you out every time.
Ofays
Period.
don't have humanity. They really don't. He ventured into the Ofay level 1, and it's because he's so stupid. He can't even really be dangerous. He just tries really hard.
I don't like that. I don't like talking down to people because I wasn't talking down to him. And then he said that he didn't know that the Old Testament was the Torah. And he was like, well, it doesn't say Torah on it. And I was like,
That was funny.
are you fucking?
That was
I could do
hilarious.
nothing but laugh. Like, I couldn't. Like, are we serious right now?
Yeah, that's why I
Because
flew
it's
out of
like, how do you
talking
get through
after that.
life? Like you are the reason warning labels exist. Because like it has to be literally on the thing.
Yeah, imagine denouncing something you don't know what the fuck it is.
Imagine not knowing that your founding father had a Quran and it's sitting in the Library of Congress. Imagine that.
Child, the audacity.
I think it's crazy. If we're talking about the same guy, he wouldn't let me up on his live a few days ago.
I I bet, you know. And he was trying to get me. He was like, "Well, pull this up and pull that up." I said, first of all, I'm not laboring for you. I'm at work, so I'm doing dual duty right now." And the only reason why I came up here because Rio asked me to. And that was it. If Rio didn't ask me, I probably would have just stayed in here and let y'all talk.
Yeah, I can't imagine being poor and stupid.
Rip your heart. Never. 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 Never mind. Never fucking mind. Anyway.
And Rio, you a messy motherfucker because you already know I wasn't going for him talking to me like that. You
I know
already know.
that's why I dropped him because I already knew what the fuck was going to happen. The
Yeah, because
Appalachian fucking
you already
avalanche
know.
was about. The Appalachian avalanche was about to come in, and I was like, no, we're not doing
You
this
ain't
today.
gonna play
Nope.
that shit at all. At all. That's why I don't be joining the debates. Cause see, then I'll be ready to empty the clip. Like I'll be ready to, cause no, you're not about to talk to me like that. No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Indica, long time no see, brother. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. My grandmother had surgery on her knee recently, so I've been taking care of her for a little bit. So I ain't really been around.
She's gonna be okay, right?
Yeah. It was just a knee surgery.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, we need Grandma Indica around. Hashtag
Hmm.
Grandma Indica.
But I don't
Grandma
know.
Indica is insane.
The universe needed me to be back on TikTok to talk about, well, the universe and God. So here I am.
And just so you know, the Earth is still not flat.
I'm telling you, right now, that motherfucker right there. Y'all know what I'm quoting here? Lady on the plane. That motherfucker right there is not real. I am telling you right now.
I'm glad you're back, Indica. You make me laugh. You make me laugh.
No,
But
I
Grandma
believe that the
Indica is
earth
really
is.
insane. Like
He was
Grandma
serious. He said, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you right
Baby,
now.
the way that white people always be moving towards some shit, if white motherfuckers is moving away from it, I'm
Did
leaving
you,
too. Because they
did you
always
know
want to
that?
check shit out. When they don't want to check some shit out, that's how I know it's real.
Nah, listen. My friend, so she
That's a
lives
good
by
rule of thumb.
the creek. by the creek. I'm gonna say it how y'all say it, creek. I say creek, but by the creek.
It's
Crick.
Creek.
So, uh, so she was
Holler.
out there and she was planting like flowers and stuff, and it was getting dark, and so she went in. She was getting her son together. Well, anyway, she went back out there, and this was like last summer or whatnot, and she heard something rustling in her like wooded area, right? And she said, and the first thing that I thought about was uh, to check it out, and then I stopped and thought and heard your voice like, man, you better get the fuck back in the house. You doing some YT woman shit. And she was like, so I just went back in the house. She said I had to channel my inner Misha because she thought it was a cat or something. But no, that's how YT women are. They be like, oh, I hear something rustling. Let me go, like,
Going
you
up to a
know.
fucking bear saying, "You want some of this? You want some of these grapes?" Because I've seen that. I'm like, why the fuck are you trying to feed a bear
Oh, little lady,
I
stop
inside of
trying
a
bet
to
you.
pet
town?
on them. Stop
I
trying to
bet you.
kiss them on the mouth and shit. Stop trying to kiss alligators on the lips and shit.
They
And then you
can
be mad
literally
when your face
swipe
get tore
your
off.
head off.
I bet you all of us up here will do this. If we see a 6, 7 black folks running past us, we gonna run too until we stop. Then we gonna ask why we running.
Watch this, Queen.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm probably not even gonna stop when they stop. I'm gonna keep running. I don't need to know what happened. I'll learn about it on the news or something.
The news that you're not on.
I'm getting away from whatever they're getting
Yeah.
away from.
Because when Type was tearing the motherfucking place up, y'all heard about Type the elephant that was tearing them motherfucking people up?
Uh
hmm A couple of them wasn't running when as soon as they seen something was wrong. But the few that did made it out. Because when that motherfucking elephant decided to tear that goddamn city up, don't be in the vicinity.
huh.
Let me get the big screen for a second.
Do
Mm-hmm.
a whole documentary about white people shit, aka Tiger King. And we watched that woman stick her motherfucking arm in that goddamn cage and got it took off right on camera. You couldn't pay me to do another installment of Tiger King. The people watch me get my arm towed off and now I'm back. I watch you get your arm towed off in real time.
It, Tiger King is entertaining, though. I cannot deny that.
This is who actually got all of them apprehended right here.
Do y'all remember,
Carol Baskin,
speaking of the elephant queen, do you remember the elephant that like
bitch funeral.
Uh-huh.
yeah,
I
that was
remembered all their
And do,
faces. Mm-hmm.
and do. Baby stumped her ass out, stumped out her unalived self. Now I need to know this, Misha. Which animal told her where the motherfucking funeral was gonna be at?
the
I
elephant.
think it was a bird. I think a bird came back and was like, hey, elephant,
Did you
that bitch she
know
over there.
that
They wheeling her out right now.
She went
elephants
like
can
hundreds of
communicate,
miles.
but elephants communicate
Uh-huh.
through the ground.
Yeah, they literally can.
Uh-huh.
They're like trees
They're
with
like,
Yep.
and
yeah.
their olfactory is so ridiculously strong. It's like I don't know how to measure it other than like put 10 bears together. That's the estimation of how strong an elephant's olfactory is. There is no true way of measuring a bear or an elephant's olfactory, right? These are just estimations, but yeah, they're
Listen, when them my biggest my favorite vengeance is when the white people go down to Africa and they try to go on them safaris and them motherfucking animals be tearing their ass up. Baby, they know what the fuck y'all did. They was here. They was here. They was waiting on y'all motherfuckers to come back. They said, oh, we didn't forget, honey. We finna avenge the people of this land. The way that that man got his leg towed off by that gorilla, they was on a motherfucking safari. That man's got on this that she's called I Survive. Yeah, nigga, barely. Because he said, yeah, we was just having a great time. We're out here in Africa. And the tour guide was taking us. He said he started hearing rustling in the trees. He started hearing them motherfuckers beating on their chest, making their little fucking gorilla calls and shit. He said next thing he knew, he was passed out from the blood loss. And they snatched that nigga leg off. They said they start dragging me into the trees, and I just knew this was it. I'm done. I'm never gonna see nobody ever again. Yeah, keep taking y'all ass out there fucking with them. They remember you. When that elephant slapped that motherfucking white man with the trunk, and that black lady was petting him, and that black lady pet him, but that white man beat his ass with his damn trunk. Like, get your hands off me. I know who you are.
That has to feel like getting hit by like a moving car door.
No, that's like getting hit with a monster truck.
Do y'all
Something like
remember that?
that.
Do y'all remember that
It
trend?
ain't me. Uh-uh.
Do y'all remember that trend, 1 versus 100, where it said one silverback gorilla could take out 100 men? And then you had the people on the internet like, yeah, I could take out a gorilla by myself. I don't think there's no. I
No, the
think
fuck
one.
you can't.
I think no, no.
Absolutely not.
That's So, Queen, can you give us a recap of the last few days, please? A real quick recap for the people who don't know, like Indica.
Try my best. Hold on. Where do I start?
Wait, can I take a guess real quick? Is
Mm-hmm.
the overall thing going to be somebody accusing somebody of something and them living that personal experience and just projecting?
All of it.
Oh,
The one versus envy. Envy versus everybody. Envy versus cholesterol. Envy versus the diet plan.
Okay.
Pro bono versus envy. Envy's man versus his IEP and the strap to his helmet. That man sat up on that live. Now, I don't personally agree with the questions that was being asked and the way that they were being asked. However, somebody asked him, this is a quote, how do you feel that you fucked a girl whose vagina was contaminated by a P3DO? Something like that. And that nigga answered. He answered it. He said, we talked about it, and I told him, if he tries anything with anybody, I smoke his ass. I don't give a fuck. And somebody was like, well, what you need to talk to him for if he wasn't living with envy? So he
Wait.
basically told on the fat bitch and was basically like, yeah, he was living with her when I first met her, and yeah, I had questions. I was curious and concerned because they was like, why you wasn't concerned? Why you letting this shit happen? Like, what's wrong with you that you letting this nigga live with y'all? And he was, saying like, oh yeah, Mark, I had a concern at first, but we discussed it, and they kept trying to ask him, well, what the fuck y'all talk about? Like, what did he say that got you to, you
be
know,
unconcerned.
be unconcerned, feel familiar with him? She was obviously trying to get him not to answer, so she tried to talk loud. Pro bono was cussing her ass out, clowning her. Then the one had said the man ended up doing threats, right? The boyfriend started doing threats. Though then the one said, hold on. How the fuck is your man up here doing threats to motherfuckers on the internet that he don't know, and a nigga just kicked you in your shit at the grocery store yesterday?
Oh,
So we like, hold on, the one,
what?
what you mean? He said, yeah. She said, yeah, bitch. Envy brought her big back ass on my damn live and said that she just got assaulted by this man at the grocery store. He done beat on her and kicked her in the stomach with some steel-toed boots or whatnot. So I'm like, okay, well, hold on. So Vonnie get in the box and say, now, hold on, DeWan. Now, you got to run that shit back. What you mean? So DeWan was like, yeah, she told me on the live that some man did something to her and she, tried to clap back and he beat her ass pretty much. And so he like, so what your man and get his lick back on that for? So now she acting like, oh, well, the store called the police, but I had to go. I had to get in my Uber, so I didn't have time to stick around. So then people was like, well, how the fuck he was arrested? Let's stop fucking playing. Ain't that shit ain't even happened. And if it did happen, then your man is a punk ass bitch,
Yeah,
right? So I don't know what happened last night.
he knew who he was.
Exactly. Exactly.
He
You know
didn't
how
want
to
that
threaten on the
smoke.
internet. That's all. Exactly.
It's given.
So yesterday, don't ask me.
It's given. I don't want to fight anybody.
I don't want to fight anybody. Now, I don't know what happened yesterday, what started it. I don't know who was versus who. Okay. I get up in bowls. It's tacos versus strawberry. Strawberry is tearing her ass up. Tacos ain't really saying shit, but like, whatever, this is dumb. And then she stopped talking altogether. Tacos eating her ass up, baby. Tacos She had her pictures in the trash. She said, now where you get this, where you get this motherfucking American doll ass dress from? I screamed. She said, bitch, you need to tie your fucking tubes, ho. You are so ugly. Like, bitch, you are the worst looking person I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, the first crime was your father ejaculating into your mother. That was the first fucking crime. That was the first mistake, bitch. So Tacos was getting her ass toe up. Now, this is what I hear. I did wake up to Envy trying to say, oh, the one, that's why you was crying in a group chat saying that your man gave you the clap. I said, clap? She said gonorrhea and chlamydia. That's what I heard when I woke up. And then I fell back to sleep. And it was just me and a couple of other people. We was having a sleepover. Wasn't nobody talking no more. The fight was over. But Trey was trying to do her little digs and trying to, I guess, ease her way back in. And apparently Trey lying and saying that the screenshots that I read the other day wasn't true. That she just spoke to her daughter and her daughter assured her that she has nothing on her Facebook about any of these things. Ma'am, it's
Isn't
right there in black and white.
isn't Trey supposed to be gone because of the SR account?
Yeah, but she came back, honey, and I guess she thinks she hiding in the lies, blocking people, baby. You can't hide. This is TikTok, honey. We still see you. We still know what the fuck y'all be saying. That's how we know
That's
that you telling
good.
people that them screenshots that I read wasn't true, and you just had lunch with your daughter. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But okay, she said she missed her nanny, her pop, and her auntie. She never said nothing about you. She never said nothing about you, girl. That lady don't talk to you, and you can stop lying. We seen what she wrote. That lady said that you lied to her and tried to convince her that that man was not her father. She wrote that last year. She said to this day, you are still denying the DNA results. That lady is not fooling with you. You did not just speak to her.
To this day.
Just shut up. That's what the girl wrote. The girl said, to this day, my mother still denies the proof right in front of her fucking face.
Jesus.
That lady is not fooling with you. Mute me. Mute me, because they asked for the goddamn recap, and I'm trying to have my lunch. So
Absolutely
take it
not.
or
There
leave
will be
it.
no there will be
Take it or
no
leave it. Mod me, because I get men up out of here quick.
no, we're not doing that to me. No, nope,
Yeah, he
How
can't
much is
save you
she
in the
paying
valley,
you?
man. So keep it up. Hmm.
I wonder
Keep it up.
how much you paying her.
So then I come in at VC. Envy is accusing Dewan of getting STD from her man. She also made some claims that Dewan was crying about having some difficulties during some pregnancies. I'm not going to repeat it, but Envy was like, oh, I know we're not talking about unalive wombs, bitch, because apparently word on the street is so do you. Now, of course, Dewan was like, you lying fat bitch. Now, I don't know, because I wasn't there, right? But I don't know where Envy thinks she getting this information from or why the fuck she saying what she's saying. Trey was getting ate up. Let's see. Strawberry was tearing the fuck out of tacos for real. And Jelani and Manny was having a support group. Jelani was crying because he said that people was worried more about how he's a terrible DJ and how him and Unbirthday should have like a terrible DJ competition versus the things that Unbirthday was saying about his kid. And then Manny decided to speak up and say like, yeah, because they be making fun of my singing too.
So
This
they
was
were
in
just
Trey's
all
live. They
like
thought they was safe. They thought they was
just a
safe in
little
Trey's
emotional
live.
support group about people
Hmm.
that clown them on. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
on
You
things that
guys are
actually
nice
suck.
and
Like nigga, you
safe.
suck.
You guys
Yeah,
are
they thought
so
they were safe.
safe on the internet. Just keep
Mm-hmm.
saying what you're saying. You're so safe. While
I
people
don't
are
see nothing
watching
at
you
all. We
like
didn't even know
this.
you there. Exactly, looking just like that. We didn't even see you. So then Bell and Bex tried to recruit Manny, and they said, "Manny, get out of Trey's life. Come on, she's dangerous." So Manny came over and was like, "What y'all want?" They was like, "Don't be hanging out with Trey because she threatened to unalive October." And Manny was like, "I don't care." And then proceeded to misgender October, and Bex and Bell was like, "Ugh." something's wrong with you. And then Bill had the nerve and audacity to say, Manny, you're being childish. It's not that hard to respect pronouns. And I'm like, but is this the same? Is this the real Bill or no?
Oh my
But
God.
anyway, don't ask me nothing, right? So then they didn't get to recruit him, right? Because he have to go over there with the people who like to whine because he knew he was getting ate up. And not only was he getting ate up, he was getting ate up by me. So he decided to stomp out. No Say was asking him about religion. Then No Say was like, what you being transphobic and shit for? The fuck do you mean? What do it bother you? How do somebody bother you? So he did the same thing Ligma did. Well, my belief. She said, well, what religion? He said, I didn't say religion. I said belief. She said, motherfucker, it's one and the same. So just say what it is. I don't want to. I don't have to. It's my beliefs. Well, if your beliefs is causing oppression to other people, motherfucker, then yes, come to the front and explain yourself. But of course, he doesn't have any logic. He's not smart. So he refused to. So I have credit in Bex's face. So I kept dropping him because if they keep dropping me, I'm not going to play that. I'm not paying play to play. I just got my taxes. And yes, I get taxes for my kids that I pay child support for. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You cannot legally, by IRS standards, unless the mother or father of your child, the custodial parent of the child, writes the documentation that they're going to share the tax responsibility with you, it is automatically where that child is living the majority of the fucking time. Who is the caretaker for the majority of the year? That is not how it fucking works, baby. The IRS will slap your shit out the air like Matumbo. Who do you think you lying to?
Yeah, they have to
And
have like it has to be
without a
in your
home,
residence.
correct, and I need to know because
Yeah.
if this is true, I need to meet the stupid bitch who signed off on you getting a chunk of money for some children that you don't see because nigga, remember you was so homeless you couldn't keep the dog. Remember? You couldn't even keep the motherfucking dog fed. Now you live in a house, a foster's home for wayward niggas. You live in a group home for adult men who can't find their own shit.
Okay, wayward niggas is crazy. Okay, wayward niggas.
That's what he is. You niggas live in a dog group home.
Why do I why do I picture him wearing a fucking cap with a fucking holding a bindle?
No,
I want
I
to
know
make a
them niggas is.
parody
I know them
song
niggas is dressed
called
like Madeline. The niggas walking in a straight line, dressed like Madeline. I know you live in a motherfucking group home.
need to make an AI song called "Carry On My Wayward Nigga."
Oh no.
No, I will.
No,
Don't
not to the
tempt me.
beat from Kansas. You have to have the
Yeah.
beat from Kansas.
Wayward nigga.
See?
Oh, and then he finally admitted because he thought he was real safe in Trey's life. He finally admitted this. Is what he said. Then I was like, I hate a broke nigga. Oh my god, I hate a broke nigga. He talking about yeah, cause they were talking about my singing, and I just say fuck them, the haters, and yeah, they talk about me too, Jelani. Get your bag. If you work security, if you're a DJ, it don't matter because I work at the Waffle House. I don't even work at the real Waffle House. I work at a Waffle House where they mainly do DoorDash and to go orders. Ain't that what the fuck we said? And you said people was lying.
He said, "I don't really work at a real Waffle House."
Nigga, you work at the Waffle Hut. That ain't even no whole house,
Oh
nigga.
shit.
The Waffle Room. The
It's
Waffle
a waffle
Room.
room. You don't even work at the house, nigga. No waffle house. You can't get a house no matter how. They can't
The
give you
fucking
a house,
Waffle
nigga. You
Shed.
can't even get the house on the end of Waffle House. Nigga, that's how homeless you are.
Hey, what's that shit from the movie Life? The Waffle Room.
The
Ooh.
waffle room. You work at the motherfucking Waffle Hut. The waffle place. The waffle stand. Stop it. And
Not
then
the
you had the
waffle.
nerve. You had the
Not
nerve to say. You had the nerve to say that we was lying on you when we Aqua, don't piss me off, girl, cause you caught me off guard. What articles, girl? You got to lead with more context than that. When you became a journalist, bitch, what we supposed to be reading?
She's been a
Anyway,
journalist this whole time, Queen.
listen. Then the nigga thought he was safe, right? So he got mad at No Say because they was questioning him, and I kept dropping him. He like, Bex, I'm not gonna do this pay to play bullshit, even though I got my taxes and I'm balling right now. Nigga, no, you're not. Did you even work the whole year? You didn't have no job a few months ago. You work at the Waffle Hut. You
What?
cannot tell me they paying you the same as they be paying the people who actually cooking for customers, nigga. You do to go.
But why are you coming up here saying, you know what, I got my taxes, so now I have money. So what's up? Why have
Yeah,
you got money
but
all the
he said, but
time?
he's complaining. But though he's complaining though, that's what I'm saying. You don't have $5. It's $5.
Oh my God.
You're like, bitch, I'm not doing it, even though I got money right now. Okay.
As opposed to when you do not have money, which is every other time, apparently, with what you're saying.
Correct. Correct. So then what happened? So then we was in Buzz. That happened. Jelani was complaining. Birthday was getting ate up by Dewan because Dewan don't like the fact that he was trying to defend QB when she found out that QB was scratching her coochie.
That came up again.
It
Oh my
did because Bold
God.
is messy because I guess she had a problem with Dewan. And Bold sent the videos of Dewan scratching her coochie, and that came up again. Apparently, QB is missing her side teeth.
So
Saw it in 4K.
basically, so basically, the story of TikTok now is Dewan catching up on everything and then making it a big deal again, and then we're about to move on to
Oh,
the
bro,
next
it's so
thing,
funny
right?
when it happens. I'm over here cackling because she got all the old questions and doesn't
Just
even know it,
reruns.
bruh. Bruh, and then Cass is like, we already went over this before. She's like, I don't give a fuck.
She said, "I don't fucking care. I don't know." Even if you
Yo,
explain it to her, she ain't gonna know though. So
Amazon better count they fucking days. I done paid extra for this fucking package that will be delivered on the 1st. And here it is, the fucking 4th, and I ain't got that shit yet.
you should burn down a warehouse, hypothetically.
There's one like 20 minutes from my house in Mesquite. I should. That's probably where it's sitting at.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, allegedly.
dude, Bezo finna pretty much be the governor over here, man. He got a warehouse over in Mundelein. Zion, Illinois, a few years ago was given an opportunity to have have an Amazon warehouse, and then they was like, "Nah, we're not gonna give those tax breaks." I kid you not, they went no more than 30 minutes up the street to Wisconsin and got all the tax breaks. So,
Yeah.
so, so Zion's looking extra bummy now.
Man, listen, people are really somber right today here in Texas. Well, especially here in Dallas. But people are somber today, man. And, all the good old boys are out celebrating because Jasmine Crockett didn't win the fucking Democratic primary seat. And all them good old your MAGA boys are out there now talking about, see, I told you, ain't not ready for no. So, yeah, it's on some wild shit.
Who she lose to?
I think his name is Pete Tallarico. I think it's Pete. I don't know. But
Is he a white dude with black hair,
yes.
kind of
Yeah.
short?
James, sorry. James, Pete, fucking Chip. They're all the fucking same.
If he's who I think he is, I've seen him on a couple things, and I don't really think he's that terrible.
Well, I don't know.
Even if they celebrate, I guess they're just celebrating because of it not being a black woman that got it. But at the end of the day, I haven't seen him say anything that seemed too crazy.
Well, from the reason why I'm asking is because I don't know either one of their policies. I don't. I don't know anything about them. I don't know what they like or what they don't, what they dislike, what they're about, what their moral character is. I just know that there's a lot of people here today because I was out and about today, and people were talking about the shit, and they were like, "Oh, Jasmine Crockett got cheated," and I'm just like, I don't know if she got cheated or not, but I mean, maybe she just lost.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't dive into these political shits too much because they're the two biggest gangs in America anyway.
Yeah, I'm so pro tar and feathering. That really makes some people in my family uncomfortable, but like,
is Ligma a veteran by any chance?
I hope so.
Oh God.
At the end of the day, people need to realize that the catalyst of Epstein Island, it's like Pandora's box. Like, it is open. It will now. It's not going to be closed. Too many people know that people in power have done horrible things, and there's not going to be rest until there's justice. You can throw any distraction at us, you can throw any war at us, but at the end of the day, there's going to be justice. You can't escape it.
Afro Arab. Who is you?
Hi, Strawberry.
Oh shit! What's up, Strawberry? You like 30 minutes late, yo.
It's the only Arab I
No,
hang
they
around.
period.
So
A
this,
black one. Kinda.
well, you know Ligma, and I didn't know this until like earlier today. But you are a practicing Muslim, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ligma, I'm pretty sure you know who that is, right? Ligma was saying that the ideology of Islam needs to be eradicated, and the Quran, pretty much the Quran is just stating that the Quran is pretty much saying it's all jihad, which is holy war, I guess.
What does
What
that
was he
even
saying?
mean?
He
I'm
was saying
asking
like
you. I don't know.
wasn't he saying like the
Ligma?
foundation is pro, like basically just
Forced
harmful?
conversion.
Yeah, that's what he
It's not
said.
true. No,
Wait a minute,
it's
is Ramadan still going on?
yeah, it is still
She's
Ramadan.
not going
No,
to tell us the truth.
Are we infringing on your
no, I could.
observation of the holiday or no?
No.
Okay.
What the hell? What do you guys think we are? Fucking weirdos? Like we can talk.
I
We
treat
No,
just
my
can't eat
dad,
or
my
drink.
uncle, like a weirdo.
she's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
You're
No,
still
No,
in
but
Ramadan.
see, I don't. Okay, Ligma is kind of like a racist and an Islamophobe, and
Kind of.
so yeah, well, more than kind of, right? And so he kind of like he just promotes the same tired talking points that we've heard time and time again that aren't fundamentally true about everything. Because somebody had told me like, oh, like Rio was like asking about you, and I was like, you know what? If it's Ligma, I'm not that interested because, quite frankly, he is a blatant liar. He'll say anything in order to diminish or dehumanize or other a group of people.
Mhm.
You know how twisted you have to be to still maintain that kind of perspective on an entire demographic? Because when you say eradicate, right? What does that even mean?
That means like complete annihilation, no longer existent
Like a
to me.
genocide of a group of people, right?
Yeah.
And so it's I don't know. And what the hell jihad is he talking about? We struck those Iranians first. Like now self-defense if it's a Muslim is jihad.
So I asked him. I was like, so how's that any different from the Crusades? And he tried to play like verbal gymnastics with me. He was just like, and I caught on to. He was just like, well, the Crusades was for he said something about for religion, while the jihad is the requirement of the religion. I said you're using semantics to try to fucking diminish your point when you know. You honestly know that there's no difference between the jihad and crusades. It's in the name of religion. Whether it's required or you're doing it for a religion, it's still in the name of religion. So what do you like? He was trying to play fucking verbal gymnastics, but everybody was catching on to that shit.
I feel like even jihad's a name too. It just means to struggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even trying to do like the PR answer. No, jihad can also mean to struggle against the enemy in terms of making sure that you promote your way of life. But like anything that you're kind of
Because
struggling
my
against.
cousin's name was Jihad when he was born, but they changed it to Yusef because my cousin didn't like the connotation of it anymore.
Because he
So,
was, yeah,
Strawberry, correct me
I
if I'm
understand
wrong.
that.
Jihad means to struggle, and fatwa is a call for war, right?
No, a fatwa is a ruling.
Okay.
So, because Sharia literally just translates to law. So, when people say Sharia law, they just mean law. So, there is such a thing as Islamic law. And in order for a war or whatever to be called a jihad specifically, it would have to be under a specific set of guidelines and rulings, right? So, these nation states are not actually governed via Sharia law, right? Oftentimes they have their own actual constitutions that cover everything. And so it's really weird when they say, oh, they're doing a jihad, but actually it's just one nation state going up against another nation state. If it's a jihad, it would mean every single Muslim person would have to get involved, right? It's a mandatory thing, like a mandatory call, but that doesn't exist anymore because now we have nation states and people have their own nationalities.
The more you know.
So jihad was basically a call for war whenever the population was more of like just a city, like a smaller population, basically, because that would be everybody, I guess.
Not really, like the caliphates, the wars against the crusades, those were
Hmm.
classified as jihads, right? Because it was an entire governance that spanned an entire like huge plot of land that crossed borders and even continents, that were totally being governed under Sharia law. But because that doesn't currently exist, these countries going to war isn't necessarily classified as jihad, right? They're just soldiers who are signing up to serve their national armies and then promote the objectives of their armies. That's why you often see a lot of wars in the Middle East between two neighboring countries. If you're fighting another Muslim, not jihad.
Tell that to the white Muslims in America.
Who the fuck is that? Who are the white Muslims in America?
Too many.
White women that be converting women in hijab scare me.
Dude, I went to a class with my husband and like he's white and he's a Muslim, but he doesn't do too much, you know? He doesn't think that just because he took the Shahada and now that he's a Muslim, he switched races and ethnicities. But there's this lady who's in the class and she has a white husband too, and she's white. And I swear that this bitch really thought she became an ethnic person because the way she was pronouncing things, and she straight up looks me right in the face and she goes, yeah, most people mistaken me for a Middle Eastern person. I'm looking at her black as fuck Middle Eastern father. And so I'm confused as to what she thinks a Middle Eastern person looks like. But I guess in her head, it was just you have to have eyeliner and a hijab on.
Did she ask you if you were impressed?
No, I think she thought she was dunking on me because I just acted like oblivious to everything. But I'm like, man, I'm grandfathered and my people were one of the OGs. Yeah, I don't know. Ligma is a
Yeah, no,
fucking
they bother
Zio
me.
though. Ligma's a
Yeah.
Zio through and through. Like he regurgitates the same kind of like talking points that would make even most right wingers nowadays, those Islamophobic talking points. The fact that Tucker Carlson's out here debunking them, I really am in hell, I think. I don't
No,
know how much they
honestly,
paid
though.
him.
Well, they're all his old talking points, so he's like, this is too easy.
Yeah, because he's doing insane numbers in terms of converting like the old Fox News crowd to stop worrying about the Mohammeds. Like, I don't know how much they paid him. Homeboy went to the Middle East and did a whole documentary, and he's like, yeah, Muslim people and Christians seem to get along well. In fact, they're related. In fact, they marry one another, and you can have a family with both faiths. So his anti-Semitism game has truly like, it's disgusting, obviously, but it's insane to see how much he switched up. Also, no shade, but I think that Ligma is no shade. I don't even know why I said that. I'm really obsessed with saying that, but Ligma is like Islamophobic in a way that's anti-black because I had a conversation with him once and he had pointed out to me like, oh, there's so many black Muslims, so many black Muslims. And we already know what that means considering he lives on the East Coast. And so I think like Islamophobia and anti-blackness, at least within his framework, goes hand in hand.
Yeah, anything not white is a danger. We got to look out for it because they're trying to eradicate us all, even though that's the wording he used. It's just foolish.
And I just want
He's truly
to like
ignorant.
switch the subject for just really quick back to the recap. Imagine somebody not wanting to admit how ugly they are, thinking that you got a stock photo of some black girl to put next to hers. When that bitch said, that's not you, you
Wait,
got that
who?
off the internet.
What
When
happened?
tacos thought that you put a fake photo of
She
some
did?
random black model, honey. And people was like,
God.
that really is her.
I've
That's
never been
how.
so gassed.
Now listen, when you weren't around the first time that we showed her that photo, And she was so ugly to herself, she swore October photoshopped her. And when I tell you that we laughed uncontrollably for about 30 minutes, because no, bitch, that is your face in the raw.
Wake it up.
They thought that she was like, you photoshopped me, bitch. Stop fucking, that's not me. No, bitch, that is you straight from your mama's face.
No,
Girl.
So much
because
better.
I think she like the thing about white people is that they really don't know how unattractive they are. Like the attractive white people, clock how they're always minding their business, right? The decent looking ones, the ones who don't look like God is truly going to be punishing them in the afterlife and has sent them as a sign to us. The normal looking ones, like the unattractive ones like her are always the ones who are always flabbergasted when you're not as hideous as them. Oh, that bitch envy. The
You know what?
crazy.
That is true. I don't think white people be knowing they ugly. You know what I mean? Because they oftentimes do look homely. If you really pay attention, they're not dressed well. They really do look homely. They really do.
They phone it in.
Yeah.
They phone it in. Like I
They're just
know,
happy to be alive.
and you know what's crazy is that October is beautiful. Realistically speaking, I wouldn't say that if I didn't think somebody was good looking either. I'm a fucking cunt. But Tacos is obsessed with using one photo that mogs every single thing in her photo album. And that's how you know a bitch thinks you're pretty too. When she can only pull up that one photo and thinks that that one photo is going to make her feel better about herself.
Yep.
What does Mog mean?
To brutally look better than, to the point where it's almost like you just fucking ate that bitch up. You mogged them. They look like garbage next to you.
So kind of like teabagging somebody in Halo. Got you.
I don't think so. I don't
I can completely
know.
see the similarities there.
Thank you, Marquet. I think this might be a gender like difference here of like way of thinking, but Marquet
We're
goes
outmatched.
first.
We're outmatched. We're outmatched. We're
Oh, so
outmatched.
now
We're
this is
outmatched.
sex? Oh.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take this.
I'm
I'm
gonna
in the
remember that
middle. You can't
bullshit.
do this. You can't do this.
Oh yeah, also because you're gonna be non-binary next week, so it don't apply to you.
Uh,
I knew it. I knew it.
Wait, I gotta ask, did
Queen,
Rachie ever
why would you do
respond?
that? Why would you say that, Queen?
Say what?
Did Rachie respond to ever being in the mess at 3 a.m.? Because that was some damning shit on her part, just outing her friend like that.
Explain that because I missed it.
So I was dropping photos of Tacos and her family, just having a laugh because I was like, you know what? Shout out the sources. I won't put out names, right? But fucking Tacos dumbass takes a screenshot of a message of a picture. She takes a screenshot of my page with Rachie's name in it and a timestamp showing that Rachie's the one who sent it to her at 3 a.m. And so I was like, that's really interesting because I don't recall having issues with Rachie, and I recall Rachie saying, I'm not a part of the mess, and I go to sleep early. So I was very interested to know why exactly were you screenshotting my page at 3 a.m. And not only that, like, the same tired photos. Oh my God. Like, bitch, if I posted it, I know it looked
Sorry to
good.
cut you off, but speaking of 3 a.m., did you know that Tacos passed out drunk and her baby cut on the camera and was in the VC?
But I'm the
Get
fucking
the
felon for
fuck
not.
out of here.
Now listen. Now I report the news, y'all. I wasn't there, but I know a couple people that was. And they said that they was in the middle. Now, mind you, the shit was still jumping because Envy was getting cussed out by somebody. One of those people was Irish. Okay, Irish is morning time over there in Ireland. Everybody else, or evening, whatever the fuck. Okay, whatever it was regular hours for Irish. Wee hours for the fucking rest of us, right? 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the goddamn morning. They say that they remember the lights was full blared, which means wasn't nobody sleep. But Taco's motherfucking ass was knocked out. Wasn't nobody else home apparently because the baby got the motherfucking camera on, to, according to them, and was all up in the goddamn camera in the way that them kids be trying to be on FaceTime when you call them and you don't see nothing but their forehead or their fucking nostrils.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
they said they
crazy.
start dropping out the motherfucking VC because they couldn't get Taco's attention. So they said, "Oh, we finna leave because what the fuck is going on here?" The goddamn baby, Taco's ass passed out, fucking drunk, and the baby on the goddamn VC, y'all.
This was last night.
Yep.
I figured she knocked out when she was like cussing and then halfway through, like just gave up. And I was just like, just mute up because it's Envy's turn to be cussed out.
I
And
just sent this
and
to Taco. We're gonna figure this out.
and you know what's wild, Queen? If you can't keep track of your child picking your phone up, I'm a fucking criminal. Lock me up in prison if I say you can't keep track of other things. That's my sin.
Yeah, because the thing is, how do you not know she's awake? How do you not feel that? How do you not know?
Oh, I
How
immediately wake
long
up.
was it?
Because she consumed 2 bottles of
Because she was
Malibu
fucked up.
She was
Exactly.
slurring. That's why she outed Rachie
Uh-huh.
too.
and her body shut down.
She outed
Correct.
Rachie.
On accident.
What's
Queen,
the outing?
Mm-hmm.
Queen and Bella. I don't know about the other three, but we both have had infants and toddlers, and we both have them sleep next to us. Even if we are deep sleepers, the second we hear them move, we up just as quick as they are. There's
Immediately.
no
Oh,
way.
it's like a
Immediately.
jolt.
Honey, you could have been drilling, jackhammering, and building a skyscraper right next to my ear canal. And I'd be sound of motherfucking sleep. To
Yep.
let that boy twiggle his toes. I'm
We
up.
have a
Oh,
witness in the chat.
No, it was
A
like all
witness?
A
I read
witness
Who's
is
the
it.
in the
witness?
chat.
Let me see.
I got
love
one
that.
better for y'all.
Oh,
I
I
What
thought I was
still,
gonna put
Kardashian?
the picture up
Ooh.
too.
at this age of 23, almost 24 and 18, will still jump the fuck up if I hear them and I know they ass and went to sleep. Oh, is that the picture?
An anonymous source.
Oh, so she was up in there. Fam.
But tacos. She's gonna deny it, or
Who
she's
put the
gonna do.
tomato?
that,
Who put the tomato on the baby?
that was me.
Tacos is gonna deny it, or she's gonna do the tacos thing, which is, why didn't you take a screenshot?
That's exactly what she's going to do. She's going to play the victim and be like, "Why do you have my kid in your phone? You're weird."
Doesn't matter because y'all know that Siren be recording everything. And if
Mm-hmm.
Siren was there,
Was
bitch, it's
Siren
on
there at that
recording.
time?
I don't know because I fell asleep and woke up to Trey and Envy versus the one and whoever and maybe Q. I don't know. I think Q was trying to calm the situation down, to be honest.
Wait, that
And
happened again?
yeah, because Envy was accusing the one of having STDs.
Wait, no, because I was there when, and I kind of got bored because Envy was like doing that thing where she gets a little too scary. And I was like, okay, well, if you're not going to say shit to me, I already exerted all my effort on tacos. I rest my case. But she had at that point muted the one and was just talking. And so I got tired of playing telephone because the one was like, say this, say this. And I was doing it because fucking hell, like, if she's not going to hear you.
That's when I started to fall asleep when you finally was like, no. Envy, stop being a punk bitch and just unmute the one because I'm not doing this.
Yeah, that shit was horrible. I mean, I had Trey muted, but I mean, what else? What is Trey gonna do at that point? Like, I just with her fucking elderly voice.
Stroke out. Finally. Yeah. Apparently, Appleme, was you there? Because apparently they said that it was in the, like, people were up. It wasn't like people were asleep or just like talking. There was a full blown argument. And someone said that they noticed that that happens. So they thought that Tacos knew. And it was like, oh, Tacos. And, they try to get her attention. And then they realized that she was passed out. The baby had the phone. So they start leaving. Apparently, allegedly, Envy ran to Bowles Live trying to say that, and they didn't care that the baby was there. But according to the people, they left.
Well, because
Mm-hmm.
Envy was the one getting her ass torn up by Lost Ones.
Uh-huh. That's what was said. Yep. By
Because that's
lost
when I had.
ones. And
That's my
then
I went to
Lost Ones
sleep.
had brought the attention, they said, and everybody left. And so I guess, how is Envy gonna say like, oh, they were in the VC cussing with the kid? Everyone was, because nobody knew that the fucking kid was gonna get up on there, and that's Tacos' motherfucking fault. We don't know if she has headphones. We don't know what the fuck the volume was on. We don't know. And I don't know how long the the baby was near her trying to get her attention before she grabbed the motherfucking phone and turned the damn camera on. You know how many buttons you gotta press before you do you know what you're doing?
Not Envy trying to get the stink off herself, especially considering Envy was one of the main ones cussing after, if I recall, at that point, getting
That's
her
what I'm
shit torn up.
saying. Getting torn up. Exactly. So the argument was already happening. It's not like people purposefully. And why are you going to Bowls
Tacos
trying to
went there
blame
to
everybody
argue.
but Tacos? Hello. Why are
Tacos
you in
went
the
there to argue.
VC? Sorry, like why are you in the live trying to blame everybody except for the parent who should be awake?
That's the fucking
Look, just like Rio said, if you don't know your baby's schedule, if you that hard of a sleeper where you have no idea if your child is awake, I'm gonna need you to stop talking about people.
But my thing is this, right? Because what I had said to her was along the lines of, you don't know shit that's going on in your household because you're passed the fuck out. And you have a whole entire phone taken out of your hands and you don't notice that.
Or off at the side or wherever. Because like when I'm laying down, my phone is off to the side on the nightstand, maybe on the charger sometimes if I'm not actively typing or looking at my screen. And but still, near your proximity enough to where you should have known that that baby was awake.
usually
Also,
in
why
religion.
are you prioritizing a fucking like a Discord cussing over your child's schedule? That's so weird to
Because what
me.
kind of schedule is it to where they up at 3, 4 o'clock in the motherfucking morning?
Cause Lord knows I
Can't
stay up at
relate. Can't relate, honey. Cannot motherfucking relate. And even then, just like Rio said, anybody who has ever had a toddler, shit, a fucking kid, if they wake up, they want you first. They gonna try to wake you up. They want something. My baby
I'm
opens my
sure that
lids,
baby was tapping on her for a long
tapping on
time.
her. Honey, my child will grab me by my motherfucking face and try to turn my face towards his.
Your fucking eyelids.
Opening my eyelids and shit.
Yeah, not like mine has literally put on a scary mask and stood over me, tapping me until I woke up because he was mad I didn't wake up.
But also, how old
Like,
is her kid?
3 or 4.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that bitch in bed? Tacos, bitch, you should have been in bed. You have a 3 or 4-year-old. Those kids wake up at like 7, 6 a.m. and then they're menaces to society when they're that young. And also, forget, showing up in a VC. That kid would probably turn a stove on. They could do anything. They could run out the house.
No, I really do imagine just Tacos not even making it to the bed, just on the floor, bottle of Malibu right by her, puddle of drool just surrounding her. She's not well.
Not even in the slightest.
She's really
Because I
not.
couldn't just went and found and opened his birthday gift. Uh-huh. And that's what I'm saying. You never know what they're gonna be doing. And if you knew you was the only one home, if you say your man works overnight, girl, you got to do better than that.
Ain't she seen weapons? Ain't seen those kids just run out their houses, just running?
I
I
know
don't
you
think
seen it because
anybody's
that's your
seen.
favorite movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love that
You're the
movie.
only, yeah, you're the only one well versed in that beautiful
Because I
cinema
didn't
that
know
you
like
love to tell
watching
us
dog
about.
shit could be entertaining, and I was just so amazed.
You've seen tacos before though, don't lie. Don't do that. You knew what dog shit looked like before you saw that movie. Stop it.
Man, I'm telling you, if I was quick on that screenshot, there was one night she was in Bowls and she came on camera, and I said, "There's no way that's her," because
No,
like,
but somebody else was quick because that's the one where Pro Bono said, "I thought tacos was a woman," and I said, that is her. That's tacos. Yeah, that's her."
Wait, do you
He
do
said,
you
"Oh
remember
damn."
the first time I got her to go on camera though to do a little dance compared to the night that she went on camera and it was like, sleep with one eye open? That was a rough turnaround.
Yeah, I feel like people that have good souls, their outside shows it more often and not aging like that.
Well, she's pickled, so you would assume the bitch would age better because my god, that
Pickled
is
is
a rough 40.
crazy. Pickled?
Yeah, girl, what do you think happens when you drink up all that liquor?
Oh my god. You're.
Honey, no, no. Strawberry is right. You ought to be preserved, honey, because that's how they used to kill germs and use it as antiseptic and shit before medicine. So there's no motherfucking way you should be looking the way you're looking. However, we also have to factor in strawberry the whiteness.
Yeah, but I've seen white people age well. Like, who was that one lady who used to hang out?
When
No, hang on, because remember that one, the lady with the animals, the gorillas, and the monkeys, and she used to go and visit them. And
Jane Goodall is the yeah, because she was kind to nature, so nature was kind back to her, I guess.
yeah, yeah,
Jane
like
Goodall,
there's
uh huh.
there's certain people that they age well. Jane Birkin, that's another one. She aged well.
Okay, you're right, but not tacos.
No,
She's
because
from Ohio. She's a hillbilly white though.
but the thing is, like, it doesn't even matter if you're like a hill, like, she just makes poor life choices, right? If you're a white woman, I really need you to focus on yourself and stay out of black people's business because that seems to be the main catalyst for aging you guys poorly is when you guys start getting into minorities' businesses, acting like you're more than you are. No. Stick to the plants, stick to gardening, a little coconut oil, chamomile tea, taking care of your family. Like, that's what really helps these people age well, I've noticed.
And not like drinking bottles until, you pass out every single night.
Yeah. I'm lucky that my parents look the way they do because that aging is not in my family tree at all.
Yeah. Also, yesterday she freaking admitted to like her stepson dating her daughter, and that shit was so fucking weird to
Huh?
me.
Huh?
Wait,
Hello? Huh?
rewind.
Oh, y'all
Wait,
ain't hear
what?
that? Oh, that's in the recording. This bitch is
What
so
recording,
dumb.
girl? Where?
In this, okay, so it came up in a live and she was like, yeah, he is like a son to me. I practically raised him. And then she drops the BOMB that, her daughter is dating him. And then it turned into this whole thing where she's like, well, he's not biologically my son or whatever. And so that was really weird. So I don't know what the fuck.
She meant
This
that the
is
kid
like
was well, maybe she meant that the kid was a friend first, because I do know that the
No,
boyfriend is black.
Queen, no. She
Wait,
just saying she treats her daughter's boyfriend like he's her own.
Then why would
okay,
she?
okay,
But
that's what I was
That's what
thinking.
she
Like they,
said. And
okay,
yes, that's
but
because
then
I
not
knew
she.
he
why?
was
They're
black.
not
That's why I was
she.
like, that ain't her
Yes, she
stepson.
said I treat him like he's my own. That is my son. That's my son. But that's her.
But
That he was
Okay,
originally her daughter's boyfriend.
and then became like a son because he was
Like
close to
family.
the yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Now,
yes.
now, come on, Strawberry, don't be doing that
Yeah,
because
like
okay,
I
I
ain't
just
but
gonna
want
play.
to
that's
come
How
up
but
and
pussy
that's the
clarify
face
that
thing.
up
shit
when I know
because
that
y'all
boy
know
is
how to troll and
black.
this shit, but don't spread stories like that, and then it create
But
other
it's not
shit. Because
even spreading stories. Please listen to the recording because the
I
way she
heard, I was
described it,
there. I heard what you said. I heard what was said. I was there. I
because
know
the
what
way she
Taco said.
described it was
Are you gonna let
crazy.
me finish? You gonna keep? I know what Tacos meant when she said it, and I know what you heard when she said it. But because I don't defend Tacos, I didn't give a fuck to clarify it. But if you're going to repeat it to my friends and have them repeat it, I'm gonna clarify to my friends because I don't want my friends looking stupid. Okay?
Oh no, I
Thank you.
appreciate the clarification anyways, but she absolutely should have said it properly because that shit made it sound like she raised a boy, he lived in her house, and she let him date her daughter, which is why Dewan kept screaming schmincest.
So, I mean, it makes sense, right? She said that she treats him like part of her family, and like she has doxed multiple people of her family, including him. So,
But okay, so what? So thank you, Beyonce, for the clarification because now it makes more sense because what the age that she claims her daughter is, plus some comments that she made in Genties that got her kicked up out of there, paid to be banned permanently by Auntie Wiggs. If this was 3 years ago or so, Maybe let's say 24 to be sure, right? They would have been about 17 years old, possibly. She had said, like, oh, I'm not racist. I have a black man in my house right now. And people assumed that she was talking about her man or something, right? And they didn't like that little tokenization shit that she was doing, but she was talking about her boyfriend. So because flash forward into both, she was drunk, she was talking. People was like, girl, what kind of mother are you to let your daughter's boyfriend live there with y'all? Like that's you want her to get pregnant tomorrow or what you trying to do?
Oh wow.
Um then she was trying to say like, you know, it's not a big deal, whatever, but I'm responsible. And they was like, no, it's nothing responsible about you letting the boy live there. So she has said on multiple occasions that he was staying there. So I'm assuming maybe, you know, he had a family situation or something like that. But yes, they, in my opinion and other people's opinion, was too young to be staying there as boyfriend and girlfriend. But Bonnie is right. They was boyfriend and girlfriend before she accepted him into her home.
Okay, that makes so much more sense. See, that's the thing. I didn't even know that this kid was black. I just heard there was a boy she raised, or she was
Yes.
acting like she raised
And
him.
that context matters because we know her man is white, so he could not be her stepson because that boy is black.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was black. Not y'all let me think all day. I was sitting here stirring pots, staring at the ceiling, looking around, thinking to myself, damn, that bitch is doing some weird shit in her house in Ohio.
Mm-mm. Yeah. That's why I'm glad Bonnie came up here and clarified because I said, huh? But you
Though
know,
she should have went harder on correcting that for sure, because what the fuck? She was being told schmincest, all types of shit last night.
she doesn't have the capacity to do so. She's not smart.
I mean, why didn't Siren even correct it? Because at that
That's not
point,
her friend. Siren don't give a fuck about that girl. And she been telling her to stay her ass out that damn box fucking with people, so she done. She done trying to save her from embarrassment. Because the last time she tried to save her from embarrassment, Taco said, fuck you, bitch. And she was like, okay, well, when they get to eating your ass up, I don't want to hear you crying.
yeah, that was something. I will say, another interesting factor for me was definitely the whole Q of it all. No shade. I know DeWan doesn't necessarily need help, but Q trying to de-escalate with a bitch who's talking crazy to your friend is nuts to me.
What you mean?
He was just sitting there, and every time DeWan was like, cooker, 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 and he was just like not there.
What, towards envy
towards
or
Envy because
tacos?
Envy had her muted, and so she couldn't hear her, and Envy like Dawn was telling Q, I need you to cook her, and so that never got to happening.
Oh, now that's crazy. Couldn't be me. Because if a bitch had me muted, I already know at least one person gonna cuss on my behalf.
And is.
Hmm. I did not hear it, but I heard about it, Poison. I missed it. I never see the good shit. Lloyd said he be in the box cussing and shit too, and I'm yet to hear that.
Why was my thing is Bex was on a live and then mass spamming stuff about Trey wanting to unalive October, but I'm like, that's not what you're really mad about. Why didn't you just get in there and say your piece?
I don't know. Yeah, I said at least one. Fanboy. I know at least one. I know it's gonna be probably all. Yeah. And that's why they be mad because yeah, bitch, ain't gonna be none of that.
Queen, it was fucking crazy. Lost Ones was calling her.
He was like, "You fat stinking bitch," and she was like, "What did he say?" And like 4 people came off mute and was like, "Well, he called you a fat stinking bitch." Bro,
What is that?
is that macaroni and cheese?
I think so.
Damn sure is.
Cut into it. Let me see.
Right?
Hold on.
Is it dry?
Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
You
You
gotta
did a little
scoop it up.
something.
You gotta scoop it up. You gotta scoop it
I
up.
see it. I see in there.
No, no, no. You gotta prove us some. You gotta prove us some. Scoop it up. Mm-hmm. 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 Cheese all throughout the bitch. Ah! Yeah.
There. I know, do a little something, something.
Okay, I didn't know you could make American food. I thought you was just good with that sofrito. Okay, shut the hell up. What your name is, nigga? Uh oh, fuck you too, bitch. In the comments. You know what? Fuck both of y'all. You know what? 2 foreign people are coming at me. I'm not finna do that. Mm-mm. But yes, Queen.
Lay.
Oh, Chevy, somebody was talking real mad cash money shit about you in that VC too, girl. But yeah, Lost Ones was like cussing out. He was like, "Don't bring up my fucking wife and kids. Don't be mentioning my family." He was cussing around he was yelling so loud the mic was literally cutting out. Couldn't hear shit. It was that fucking bad. It woke me up. Oh, fuck y'all for reporting me.
She ain't even say nothing. Girl, we using Bose, VC. You missed it.
So what Buster has something to say about me now? What time did this VC go on?
I don't think you was mentioned, but I don't know. I was asleep majority of the night.
Because I was in there when they was going off on tacos and shit. So did that shit go on after that?
Yeah, it went on all night, but some of us was in and out sleep. I don't remember anybody mentioning you when I was awake, just like Miss Passion said. So it must have happened after. Who said it? Poison or somebody else? Because I didn't say that somebody was talking about you.
Poison said somebody was talking helly shit about me last night.
Well, you gonna have to ask Poison because she said she was lying. Okay, so this is the reason.
Why are you trying to get somebody cussed the fuck out? Damn, I was about to go cuss somebody out. Fucking assholes.
Chevy, was you growling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's just a thing when I get super irritated. Tacos didn't say shit about me. Tacos barely even talked to herself last night. Like, the fuck? Yeah, she said it a couple times, I do believe.
Okay, I gotta drop. I'll be in the comments.
Have a good day, Miss Pash. So I got the medicine ball thing to see what it tastes like now that I can taste shit, and it's disgusting.
Hello, everybody. How are you all?
Hey, August. Hey, Joy.
Shelby. Oh, Queen just stays on mute when I come up.
Doing something, Angus. Hello.
Okay.
How
Hello,
are
Queen.
you?
I'm okay, and you?
Good. I thought Q had got you. I was worried.
Shelby, didn't
No,
I tell
no.
you that that wasn't going to work?
What?
I just wanted to see what it
The medicine
tasted
ball.
like now that I could taste something, and it's fucking horrible.
What the fuck is the medicine ball?
It's from Starbucks.
Starbucks drink.
Oh no.
I just wanted to see what it tastes like now that I can taste. Ooh.
Wait. So, what's everybody doing?
I have a question for the panel.
Okay.
Do any of you know where Granger is?
The same place as the crack in your pocket, buddy. Like, go check in the pocket. It might be in your pocket right
Nah,
now.
you need to stop. You don't even like Robert no more. So it ain't no damn sense in you even acting like that.
Who said I dislike Robert? I would never dislike Robert.
Oh please, August,
Why would I
stop it.
dislike Robert? Why would I dislike Robert? I
Is
don't really.
Granger in the closet with Robert or
There's
not?
only 4 people on this app that I don't like. There's only 4. Other than that, I like everybody.
Is Robert still living there running all the errands because you said he had to earn his keep?
Whoever said
That's what the
that?
people say. That's what the
Well,
people
the
say you
people
said.
who make up a lot of stories about me and Robert. I don't know these stories. And they're like,
So
just make.
did y'all break up or not?
Yes, I told you all that. We're not together.
And they said that you let him still live there, but you said he's gonna earn his fucking keep.
Who said that? Who told you guys that
I can't
craziness?
remember.
Well, they
I
lied. They lied.
oh.
I never said anything like
But
that to
Joella, I'm just wondering. Damn. Okay, would it be so bad if you did?
anybody.
It
Oh
ain't like he
man.
doing anything else.
Well,
Or you still gonna lie and say he had a job?
he has a job. What are you talking about? He has a job.
So it's still lying. I knew it.
Queen.
So we going with still lying. I see. I see. Okay, I'll give it a few more months before you decide to tell the damn truth.
He has a job. What are you talking about?
Okay.
He works from home.
Yeah, at your home, being an errand boy, like I thought.
There's no errand boys. I do everything for myself. I'm an independent man.
Hmm.
I was about to say homosexual man, but yeah, I'm an independent homosexual. I made my way in life, and no one helps me.
Okay.
Yeah. And other people are just upset that they can't make that same way in life, that they ruin their life. I can't help it if you ruin your life. Because even with my charges that didn't stick, still have a good life. Where's Rio?
You doing something in the kitchen?
Big back activity? Rio sent me the live, and I thought he was trying to be messy. I was trying to figure out what he sent me the live for.